Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Lady Antiques. Thanks for joining me. Gone. Oh, he caught it. Damn it. I better turn this off. We better get a copyright. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I'm watching the Dodger game. It's on right now. So I thought that was gone. I better get off of this before I get a copyright. All right. How you guys doing? Sorry. Let me turn off the TV. I was just watching the Dodger game. Oh, man. They just stole a home run from him. Bummer. Hope you guys are doing okay tonight. And welcome to another Friday night hangout. Hello, Lady Antiques. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys had a. I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm just hanging out. I was watching the game. Like I said, I made spaghetti for the family tonight for dinner. So it was nice. It was a good thing. I'm still drinking my adult beverage. I don't want to show the label because I don't want to get in trouble. It was a long week. I worked hard all week, so sometimes it's nice just to have a few beers, just to hang out. How you doing, Lady Antiques? How's the weather in your area? Yeah, it was hot today out here. It was 100 degrees out here in Cali today, so this cold beer is hitting the spot good right now. I think I drank maybe 2 gallons of water today. That's how much water I drank. Not this kind of water, but the regular water. I have my thermo and I'm always constantly drinking, and man, I went through a lot of water today, but it's not a bad thing. Oh, nice. I wish it was raining in Cali right now. Hello, Cat D. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. You stopping in for even though it's for a few minutes. It's always appreciated. I know I was just watching the Dodger game on my TV, but I had to turn it off because I don't want to get a copyright on my channel. Cool. That's much appreciated, Lenny Antiques. Hello, Iris. Welcome. Yes, you made it. Awesome. Hi, hello. Also, Victoria. Nice to see you again. I know we've bumped into a few times in different chats in the channels, but welcome. I appreciate you joining me on my Friday night hangout. Yeah, well, they're actually winning, so it's not bad. They're actually winning, so. But yeah, I still turned it off anyways. Not by choice, but I had to. So hope you guys are having a great night and you guys had a good week of selling, and hopefully you guys have been crushing sales this week on your platforms on eBay, Mercari, or Etsy, or Bonanza, or OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. Hope you guys are doing good and you guys are listing and you guys are making that money, selling and buying inventory. How you doing, Houston Reseller? Welcome, bro. Thanks for joining me. I was watching true crime stuff. Oh, okay. Those are good shows, actually.
Good shows.
Maybe my son just said right now, good show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna run around the channel when I can. Oh, that's much appreciated. Also, Victoria, appreciate it. You came and stopped by my channel as well. It's much appreciated. Just here hanging out. Make sure you guys promote whatever you guys want. You guys know you guys don't have to wait to promote anything you guys want. Your channels, your stores. Let's support each other. Let's help each other grow. Let's help each other make those sales. 2 lives at the same time. Hey, you got to do it. I do it sometimes too. You know, just I like supporting everybody. Like I said, you could be the biggest channel or you could be the small guy that barely starts. I still show you support. Yeah, True Crimes is a good show. I know sometimes I watch that show. It's on ID, I think, the channel ID. They press some good crime shows there. Dr. Pimple Popper. You want to hear a fun fact about Dr. Pimple Popper? Popper, I'm sorry. Their office is 10 minutes away from my house. I actually drive through their office maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. It's not that far from my house. And the only reason I know, because one day we were driving by, my wife pointed out. She goes, "Look, there's Dr. Pimple Popper's office." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know they were out here." Yeah, they're out here. They're in Upland, California. Hello, Susie. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing good, staying safe out there in Arizona. Hopefully, you had a profitable week on killing some sales and all that good stuff. Yeah, she seems nice in the show. My wife likes watching her show, so she says she seems really nice. Some pricing the rare vintage 60s Child's Barbie dress from Mattel. Can't find anything. Let's see if anybody in the chat has a little or some knowledge on the rare vintage 60s Child's Barbie dress from Mattel. Can you please share that information with Victoria? If not, also Victoria, if you don't find any comps on this particular one, what you can do, you can also set your own comp. So since there's no other ones to compare to comp the price on, you could just go ahead and make your own comp, since it'll be the only one. So it's kind of a cool thing at the same time. So if you want, like I said, if no one has more information on it, you could do that. Make your own comp and just let it ride, see what happens. What's up, Louis? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Sales are up. Nice, Susie. Same here. I've been busy, so busy all week doing Macari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, you name it. Hello. Did you bring your tequila, Lone Star? Oh, and then have a Barbie doll growing up. Do you have Worth Point also? Yeah, yeah, you might have to do that. Also, Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. But you know what? Buffalo Picker is very knowledgeable on some of these Barbie dolls and accessories in that era, so he might know somewhat of it. So if you don't follow him on YouTube, try. I think he's on Instagram. You could probably find him on there in a message, and I'm pretty sure he'll be more than happy to help. Oh, bummers. Yeah, punch the cord for your camera. That's no bueno. Yeah, WorthPoint is a great tool for finding comps. But like I said, if nothing else works, then you could always do your own comp. So that's a great thing just to keep in mind. Thank you. Yes, he does, Victoria. Just type in Buffalo Picker, and he should come up. And like I said, I'll see if he has any contact information on there. If not, you could always leave a comment on one of his videos, and I'm sure he will reach out to you. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other and help each other grow. Yeah, but I guess Louis said he didn't bring the tequila. No tequila for me, just some brew for me. So it was a long week, so it was much needed. Just to hang out, relax a little bit. You got to do it. I don't do it often, but when I do, a few don't hurt. Yeah, I had a great week, Houston reseller. It was a really busy week for me, actually. Guess he only gets sad during auctions. That's what it looks like, right? Cerveza, yep, you know it. But yeah, like I said, I have some stuff here that I've listed that I still need to put away in the tilts over there. But like I said, I've been busy listing. That's been my whole thing I've been doing. And just as much as I've been listing, I've been selling. But I mean, that's not a bad thing. I know I posted a picture last night on my Instagram. I was taking pictures of some of the shirts, and like I said, I didn't go to bed till maybe like 11:30 last night, just listing some stuff. And I actually listed some shirts on Poshmark as well. You just got to stay busy, stay active, and just keep listing. Oh yeah, let me put this in here just in case anybody wants to jump in. So yeah, so what's going on, guys? What do you guys got planned for this weekend? Myself, I'm planning to go to the thrift store tomorrow. Hit up a couple of thrift stores. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Legend knows. He does a lot of that stuff. So, but yeah, I do a lot of the stuff too as well. And I think that sometimes it's just better to take the pictures with more lighting and try to put them as bright as possible and as clear as possible to show all the shirt in its glory. Because if not, then sometimes people get the wrong ideas or think there's something wrong with the shirt. So, along the way, nice, Susie. I hope you score big in those estate sales. Believe me, I know. Estate sales are fun. They could be fun if you find some good stuff, but you also gotta, kind of compete with the other people that are at the estate sale. So that's awesome. Like I said, my thing is to hit the thrift stores and probably make my way out to the swap meet again and pick up hopefully some more video games. On this past weekend, I went and I picked up some video games on Sunday from one of the vendors there, and at $2 each. So I already sold all of them, and I made $65 profit on all three games. So not bad. That's not a bad flip. You just gotta stay sourcing. That's all you can do. Let's see here. Yeah, that's how my day's looking for tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta stay busy. I'll probably be heading out your way sometime soon, Susie. So I will let you know. Maybe next month. Usually is when I go out there. So I might do some more thrifting out there, like I did a couple months ago when I was out there. Hit up a couple of the thrift stores. I know I went to what was that? Glendale, Goodyear, Peoria, I believe. I think I'm saying that right. Peoria, and then I went down more to Tempe and Chandler because I have some family that lives down there. So I kind of did a two-in-one kind of thing where I visit family and I hit the thrift stores. So I went to Tempe and I went to Chandler, and I also went to a thrift store in Gilbert, Arizona, I believe it's called. Yeah, Gilbert, Arizona. Planning for 2 week championship. Shops are going on vacation mode next week. That's nice, man. It's always good to take a little break. Me, I'll do the vacation and I'll do the family thing, of course, and all that, but I'll also make time to go sourcing as well. And it's funny because I kind of have to duck out, with my family because they already know. They're like, okay, you need to hang out with us for a little bit. Then you can go do what you need to do. But last year, I was out there in Arizona during Black Friday. Boy, I scored a lot of good stuff out there at the Best Buys, at the Target. They're not as full of people like here in California. So I was able to hit a couple of them and get a lot of the same stuff. And then I actually went out to the Arizona Mills also, and I scored good at the Crocs store. I bought a lot of Crocs that were like 75% off, and I picked up a lot of the Crocs sandals for like $10. Some were $5, and even the kids' Crocs were like $8, I think. So yeah, yeah, definitely, Susie. I'll let you know when I'm out there. Thanks, Lady Antiques. I guess daughters are still up. Yeah, I do. I actually, the cool thing about it, I some of the thrift stores that I went to, I did take my kids and my wife along, and it's so funny because they, of course, the kids go to the toy section, and with my wife goes with them, so I'll go do what I need to do. So by the time I make it back to the toy section, the kids are like, "Oh, look, Dad, I found this, and I know you sell this, and I know you sell that." So they help me source a lot of the toys that they know I resell. So they pretty much put it all together in the basket. So by the time I reach the toy aisle, there's like they already have a bunch of toys that I just gotta check to make sure they're good, and so they're actually a big help. But I also buy them something as well, so it's always a good thing. Yeah, exactly. You never know. You never know. I have found some good stuff at little mom and pop thrift stores that people really like don't visit. You'll usually find some good stuff there. I think the biggest score I've gotten at a little mom and pop thrift store was a Christian CD. I forgot the name of the pastor, but it was a church CD. But it was like almost like 15 years old, and it was brand new, still sealed. And it was only like $1, I think, when I paid for it, $1. So I bought it, whatever. I didn't check comps on it. I just said, okay, maybe worth a couple bucks, maybe make $10 off of it. But when I got home, I checked the comps, and they were selling for like $250. I was like, wow, I was just like blown away from it. So I list the comps were anywhere from the high 250s to the low 220s. So I listed it right in the middle at 230, and within 2 hours I sold it for $230. So I think that was one of my amazing flips from a little mom and pop thrift store. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, cash only too. Yep. Yeah, I am. That's why they help me with that, and that's the reason I have my candy vending machine business as well. That's pretty much theirs. I mean, I run it with them, but everything that we get out of those vending machines goes to them. So if you guys haven't checked out that YouTube channel, if you weren't here last week, I talked a lot about that last week, and I do have a candy vending machine business on the side besides my reselling that I do. And I know we talked about a few of us were talking about it. They were asking questions, but it's an easy thing to do as well to make some extra income. And the way I see it is your gumball machines, your candy machines. Yeah, I remember Reyes did the when he started. He used to do the candy machines. Well, that's what I have, the candy machines. But then I know he upgraded to like the big soda machines, and I'm not doing those big vending machines yet. I'm doing just like the gumball machines and the candy machines. Yeah, that's how I was taught when I was a kid. Like I said, I was 8 years old selling at the swap meet with my dad, so I learned that at a very young age. And my daughter's 8 years old right now, so I'm passing on some of the knowledge as well, so she knows the value of making money. But yeah, let me find the link for it, and I'll post it down here. So I know some of you guys were not in here last week, but yeah, we did talk about that, and like I said, it's not a hard thing to get into. It's pretty simple, and you just gotta learn the ins and out of it. But it's pretty self. Anybody can do it. If it's not, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I mean, the only money you really gotta spend is only on purchasing the machines. But a brand new gumball machine, you can get it for less than $100, maybe $105 the most. So it just depends on that. Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, he did. I've been trying to link up with him because I know he moved down here to Southern California. So he was living up in Northern California, but he's actually down here now. But he's doing his little thing right now in Texas, and I think he's going to Florida next. So thank you, Lady Antiques, for sharing that. That's fine, Louis. No problem. Yeah, Lady Antiques posted the link to my candy machine business. So if you guys want to check it out whenever you guys have a chance to, feel free to do it. Yeah, he's down here. I talk to him once in a while. Uh, we have mutual friends, so that's the way we communicate sometimes. And yeah, he's been cool. And one of a good friend of mine is friends with him and his family. So hopefully in the future it'll be cool to make a video with Reyes. But yeah, we'll see. Well, when we cross paths on that, because I mean, right now he's in a whole different journey right now, doing his YouTube thing and doing what he's doing. I mean, he has a lot of good things coming up. So make sure you guys check out his channel. If you guys don't know who Reyes the entrepreneur is, you guys will. Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro. You're good.
Okay, awesome.
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. I've had a crazy week. I've been gone basically the past 2 weeks off of a little bit off of social media, and I've been going out of town. And this last like 2 days have just been crazy.
Yeah, man. That's how it is with me. That's why I'm having a beer, man. I had a long week.
Yeah, that's actually why I just stopped my mic and my cam right now. I went
Yeah.
to go get more beer. I
Yeah.
was waiting. I was waiting. I'm like, oh, it's getting kind of low.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's been listing, and like I said, man, selling. As much as I'm listing, that's how much stuff's going out, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I last night or the night before. Last night, I think. I was editing a video that I've had the footage for
Mhm.
probably about a month. I think it was the first time I was on this live chat with you guys. I was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about an antique garage sale that I went to.
yeah, yeah. I
And
remember that.
yeah, and that's the one I just got around to editing that and putting
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, man. I hear you. It's not easy, man, when you got so much going on. I mean, the video I just posted a couple days ago too. I was trying to get to it, and I was like, I had to edit it like in between me packing and doing all that stuff. So I had to be doing like two, three things at one time.
Yeah.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah, one of my friends, he's telling me, he's like, "Hey man, all you got to do, you just got to post the video. Just post the videos." And he's like, "You'll get a lot more subscribers, a lot more views." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not that easy, man."
Yeah,
I was
because you
like,
gotta edit out some stuff that you don't want.
"Yeah." I told him, I was like, "Dude, I have to shoot the video." Which shooting in, especially if you're doing like a thrifting trip, is easy.
Yeah.
That's the easy part. When
Yep.
you get home, or not when you get home, when you get around to it,
Yep.
I told him, I was like, I have to edit the video. I
Hmm.
have to. I was like, I have to edit the video. I have to shoot my own self talking,
Yep.
and then I have to edit that. I got to cut that down. I got to make animations for the video, and then and I told him, like, while selling on eBay, still buying things.
Yep. It's not
I was like,
easy.
it's tough, man. It sounds easy. Yeah, just load another video.
Nah, man, it's not easy. That's all. Yeah, I hear you. Some people say just get it and just put it out, but it's like you gotta edit because sometimes you'll be recording at a thrift store and then someone's yelling at their kids,
Yeah,
or someone in the background's cussing or having a conversation on their phone, and they're cussing, and you pick all that up.
yeah, yeah. It's I've been exhausted. I think I stayed up till probably about 2 in the morning editing
Yeah,
that video,
man.
and I still wasn't done. I still had
Yeah.
another three hours to go.
Mhm.
And I told my girlfriend, I could probably edit another 4 hours on this. I was like, but I'm just gonna send it.
Yep. I hear you, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, Cat D says grow channel big so you can hire an editor.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, man. Once you get to those over 1,000 subscribers and more, and then you can hire
Yeah.
someone to do it. You know.
See, and it was a lot easier before I started making more sales
Hmm.
and gaining more, better products that'll sell faster. Because last night, literally, I think we listed maybe 20 items, and we sold maybe three that night, and then I think two this morning.
Hmm.
And it's just, and then I was done. I was done packing. I was done. I bubble wrapped everything. I wrapped everything up. I came and sat down. My girlfriend said, "Hey, we just sold another one."
Yeah, that's how it was with me, man.
you know.
Last time when I was going to bed and like I heard the cha-chings and I just like, oh, I just turned the volume off.
Well, see, and it was way easier, but I just started a new job.
Oh man,
So,
just right
and
on top, yeah.
but I work from home,
Oh,
so
nice.
everything's done from my desk
Oh,
upstairs.
that's good.
And
That's a plus right there.
yeah, and I get an hour lunch break, so that's when I run to the post office. So I do all my packing, all my shipping at night, all
Hmm.
my listing, all my editing, and then I wake up in the morning and I literally roll out of bed.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes get fully dressed,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I
what
just
I did.
I pop on my headset and I get to work, and then I go to lunch, and then I drive down to the post office, and then I come back and I have 20 minutes to eat. But yeah, it's exhausting, man. I should
Yeah,
have done a lot more when I
it,
didn't have a job.
yeah. No, I hear you, man. It's not easy. I mean, like I said, with me, every morning I get up before the kids get up. And I pack and print labels. Then after that, I go wake them up, make them breakfast, get them ready for school, and then they're doing online schooling. So
Yeah.
from 8 to like 11, I'm the principal, the teacher,
Hmm.
and the dad, and then running back and forth. So I have four laptops on at the same time. Two
Hmm.
kids' laptops, my reselling laptop, and then the other laptop. So I'm doing like working on two laptops at one
Yeah.
time. And yeah, and it's exhausting, but you got to do it. It's got
Yeah.
to be.
I was watching the Reseller Brothers
Yeah.
video this morning, and Louis was talking about that. He'd call you, he was like, "What? You're already awake?"
Yeah.
And he said, all the stuff you got to do, and you got the kids with
Yeah.
the online school, and that's. I thought I had it tough. I only got one kid,
I got two, man. Hey,
and
talking about,
he's going to regular school, and
yeah.
his school is walking distance from my house.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, I think I pretty much have it made as a working
Yeah, yeah,
reseller because I work from home. My girlfriend works from home. My
yeah.
son goes to school 10 feet away,
Nice.
you know, and
Yep.
then but he goes to daycare in the afternoon. So I had to go drive pick him up. So my girlfriend drops him off every morning, and then I go pick him up at the daycare. So it's a good trade off.
Awesome. Talking
It is a
about
good
Louis,
trade-off.
who popped in.
Hey, Simon. It's Simon, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
How you
Louis.
doing, bro?
Good, good, man. He was just talking about you being on the Reseller Brothers.
Yeah, I forgot to
It's
tell
good,
you. I
man.
gave you a shout out, Luis.
Thanks, man.
So
Appreciate
every
it. I
time
haven't
I'm
got
like
on
somewhere,
promotion.
I'm always about promotion. I'm rolling the dice, and I'm
Yep.
just like, and then there's this guy. You got to look him up. So people are like, "Who's this other guy he's talking about?"
Yep. No, I
Oh, so
appreciate
you
it, man.
saw it, Simon?
Yeah, I watched it basically the whole day. So what I do at work, basically, I get phone calls and I have to pick them up. So after I'm done with the phone calls, I don't do anything until I pick up another phone call. So literally,
Oh my
I have my
God, I got to do
phone,
that.
and I'm watching, and then a phone call come in. I just pause it, and then yeah, hello, blah blah. How can I help you? This and that, and then they're done. Press play. So it's taken me the whole day, but I pretty much almost finished the whole episode.
I was telling you, just watch it when you got downtime or something. But then again, if you can do it
That
during
is my
work, get it out.
downtime.
Yeah.
When I'm working, I can't do resale stuff, so that's my
Don't
downtime
get
at
in
work.
trouble. Don't get in trouble. But yeah, no, you said you
They
just
can't
started that
they
job,
can't
bro.
they can't see me, man. I work in my boxer sometimes, man. I work from
Good.
home.
That's
So.
good.
Yeah, usually
They're,
we just
they're
see you
listening
from
right
half
now
up.
to this guy. They're following your journey. They're like, this dude be working in his boxers. Fire his ass.
Hey man, it's like I was just telling Luis, man. You know, I got it made pretty good for reseller that works full time because I work from home. My girlfriend works from home. My kid goes to school. You know, a couple feet away from my house.
I remember you said you started the new job and stuff, and I thought that's really good. Yeah. Just make it, well, just be careful, be humble, because sometimes you kind of get in this like it's all good and this and that, and all of a sudden your mind starts playing tricks on you. Because once you start this reseller game, there's some ups and downs on it. Ask Luis
There's
and
no,
I've been
there's
talking about
no
it all.
going back. The only
Yep.
way out is in a box. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm just saying. No, to keep it, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
we got a bunch of friends that are like they're going through burnout right now, and
Hmm.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
struggles right now too. Luis has been calling me and I'm good because and for me it's not anxiety too much. It's just more physical body. You know, I'm getting
Yep.
tired, and I'm just like I'm hustling. I'm up at like one morning. I'm up 4:30. Then it's 5 and 6, and But yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's good that you got like your daycare nearby and stuff like that. That's really good. That
Yeah.
just just balance it the best you can, bro.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
definitely. And the good thing is that my girlfriend helps a lot and she loves doing it. So basically, when I'm doing
That's
the
good.
reselling, it's me and her doing it. You know, and editing the videos and and she
So let me
she
ask you
has
this.
access to the
It-
eBay.
okay. Like you and I were talking about I was Luis, I was chatting with Simon, and I said I was joking with him, and he's like, yeah, I can't go sourcing, I'm in trouble this weekend, or so, or I just got to be good. And I said, well, when you go out there, he's like, my girlfriend said I can't do anything anymore until I list it all. And I said, well, that's when you take the small little stuff and you pick a tub and you hide it under some stuff, and then you come back to say, yeah, it's all done. And he's
It's
like,
all done.
no,
Yep.
she's reading this Instagram right.
He's gonna get me in trouble.
I know, right?
Don't listen to me. You'll get in big trouble.
Nah, but I mean, to touch what Louis was talking about, I know there's a lot of sellers that are getting burned out right now, which is normal because they're trying to do and keep up. They see all of us. They see a lot of people on there listing for like 8 hours. Like Eric, OBX Picker, he's on there
Yeah.
8 hours listing and listing. So everybody's like, "Oh shit, I got to do what Eric's doing." But the difference
Or
is,
because they goof off so much, they go, oh, yeah, let me do it. But Eric's doing this. Like, let me just jump in real quick and say,
yeah,
Eric's doing this because in like 2 days after he does this, he can't list anything because he's got like
yep,
a new shed coming in, or he's got
yep,
family coming in. And so let me
hmm
let me tell you about this guy. You look at him and you go, he's doing all this stuff, and you're like, this guy is on fire. You've seen,
yeah, he
you
is.
know what OBX Speaker is, right, Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on his game right now.
80 in one day he did it. 80. No, he did one
80,
time. He did 100
we did 100. Yeah,
Mm,
in 8
that,
hours.
yep.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Luis. I cut you off, bro.
Yeah, no, no, no. But like I was saying, I know a lot of resellers are feeling like that burnout and thinking like, damn, they start feeling overwhelmed. It's like if you start feeling that, you know what? Just take a break. Just say, okay, I did step away.
Yeah.
Maybe go out for a
Mhm.
drive, do something else, and just kind of
Step back.
clear your mind a little
Yes.
bit. And yeah,
Well, see, and also the way I see it, I think some people, um, for lack of better words, get lost in the thrift. You
yep,
know, the whole buying stuff, sourcing. You know, a lot of that. I mean, it's basically like people with their shopping addictions. You know,
yep,
they find a good item, they get that dopamine rush, and they keep chasing that feeling. You know,
hmm
and they keep doing that, and they kind of lose sight of the real reason well, most of us are doing this is to make a profit. You know, but if you don't list, they don't sell.
they don't sell exactly.
You know,
Well,
and
but
I know I'm a
you
little
got to add
backed up.
other stuff. Yeah, but you also had like the advantage, like you're saying what you said. Maybe some like people that are listening in the chat. I'm not even looking at the chat right now, but like you have a good like the reason I brought that up was you have a really good strategy. Is like soon as you buy it, let's say once you get if you're a fresh seller, soon as you buy something, don't buy anything until you list those. And usually it's like
Yep.
10 items or whatever. If you got 20 items, you better hurry up and list that, you know. But don't let the piles get too big, or or the but it you know, because that stuff, then life takes over, and then you're like, well, I'll come back to that later. And now I got death piles on. I'm like
Yeah.
a hoarder city.
Yeah, no, I don't pick up, 10, 15 items every time. I mean, because a lot of the times I
That's
go to
not
the
bad though. That's
liquidation
not
store.
bad. If you know
Yeah, I
to
picked
sell.
up, I think last time I went to that liquidation store, I think we probably spent about $600. And
That's awesome.
you gotta realize how many items you got. $600, everything was $5 a piece.
That's not bad.
I have a lot of product.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you comped it. You know that you're gonna get your money back.
Oh,
If
yeah.
anything, you're gonna triple it.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's awesome. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
And you
I've
said your
almost,
girlfriend's helping you, right?
yeah, she's helping me. She was in my last video, but I actually had to talk with her today, and I
Awesome.
asked her, hey,
Awesome.
so we've been doing this for about 2 months. How do you feel? And she told me, yeah, I like it. I like doing it. I see us doing this for as long as we can. She loves whenever the notifications come through on eBay that we sold something, you know. But she's liking it.
Cool.
I'm liking it.
She got the bug.
Yep.
Yeah.
The bug.
And the
Well,
nice
she's
thing
the
is
one.
when you work as a team, like. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish, Simon.
Oh, she's the one that taught me to be thrifty in the beginning. So whenever we first got together, she taught me. I taught her how to save, and she taught me how to not spend my money, just willy
That's
nilly.
awesome, though.
So it's
So,
like
so
I
what
said,
you guys
like I told you.
the yin yang. You got the yin and yang. You know what I mean? You takes the light and dark. What you're doing is you're bouncing those ideas. So I jokingly, I have a term I call it power. When you got power couples doing this stuff, you guys really, if you strategize and sit down once a week and just, hey, can we sit just 5 minutes? And she'll go, what are you talking? Just get a piece of notepad and say, okay, let's talk about strategies. And just make little notes. She'll be like, okay, and say, we know we want to keep this up. And then every time you do it, you up your game and you go, hey, are you cool with this? Well, I got this going on next week. Okay, I'll take over next week. Take your break, and then I may have a work proposal. Can you make sure stuff gets and you guys are sharing the responsibilities, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's
well,
awesome.
it's mine and her money, so we share a bank account, and so all the money I make, from work, she makes from work, it's all that is funding, this little enterprise we got going on.
I would recommend get a separate account just get a separate account for the eBay stuff.
Yeah, everything on eBay basically just stays in my PayPal. I mean, I haven't the only time I've touched any of my profits from there, because this is not my full-time gig, it's my side hustle. The only time I've touched any profits when I just recently bought Cyberlink Power Director, and I just pulled it straight out of the PayPal, and
Nice. Well, that's what you were telling me the other day. You said that editor. That's nice. Yeah, just reinvest it.
Yeah. And we just bought a new camera too for filming. It all just. I'm trying to get this to where my capital investment is already made back, so it's basically just profit going back in to the business, and and having fun. We're having a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Oh, it is. It's fun.
If you don't have fun, you better quit, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I know how you were saying that you buy pallets and all, because I do the same thing. I buy wholesale pallets. I have a wholesaler that lives down the street from my house. I know Louis. I've talked to Louis about it, and I do the same thing. I get pallets every day, and I sell them the same day. Boom. Because I already got my guys that come and buy them.
Yeah.
Find yourself some guys that always looking for pallets. It could be like the swap meet guys, the flea market, and tell them, hey, you know what? I could get this kind of product. If you're interested, give them your number and say, boom, we'll work something out. Say, as long as you're making your cut on top of what you invested, then it's all good.
Well, I just want to just correct you real quick. I'm not buying pallets.
Oh, okay.
I'm going into a liquidation store and buying. Yeah. So picking and choosing my stuff.
So you're picking. Okay.
It's like you're buying from the pallet, right? It's like
you're
putting stuff
from the pallet. You're picking. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I do on the side too with the pallets.
And it's crazy that the store that I go to, I made a video about it on my YouTube channel, and that store actually, they shared my channel on their Facebook, and they have
Nice.
like 17,000 likes, and I think the Fox station from here did a story on them on October 1st. So they're getting a lot of stuff. So basically, my video that I posted about the profit I can make off of the items I bought went from 70 2 nights ago to I think like 541 today.
Hell
So
yeah, baby. That's it.
it just exploded.
That's awesome, man.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Once it goes viral, that's it, man.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. Yep, that's awesome though.
Yeah, and that's actually why I kind of rushed to do my last video. I was like, oh, I need to ride these coattails. I got all this traffic coming in. I need a new video for them to see.
Keep it going. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I got on here with y'all, I just did a video. I can't believe I did one. I finally figured out I was having some technical issues with my phone. Remember, Luis? My phone, every time I'd be filming, I had it on the vertical instead of the horizontal. Finally, I don't know, I triggered something up, but I did another haul. I mean, not a haul, but like a picking video at my thrift town. So. Do y'all have thrift towns in Houston, Simon?
Not that I have seen. There might be. Houston's a big place, but on the north side, down 45, and the west side, I haven't seen one.
Yeah, I've been going to like a few other ones. There's this one, these I call them the shirt rats, the guys that pick the shirts out of the bins and stuff, and we always compete. And they were telling me, "Oh, you're going to Houston? Go to I think it's like Family something or some thrift store." There's so many, like you said, in Houston. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Houston's spread out like LA.
It's funny because I heard, I'm not going to mention no names, but there was a pretty big YouTuber and said how hard it is to be a reseller in a big city. And when I heard it, I kind of chuckled. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
It's we have more people to sell to, not just eBay. We have all the Facebook marketplace people to sell to. We have more sourcing, honey holes around here, and we have.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know someone said on one of the other lives, I'm not sure if it was earlier or yesterday, just like the fishermen, there's a lot of fishermen that go out fishing, and there's always going to be enough fish for them to catch.
Yeah.
Same thing with the resellers. There's going to be a lot of resellers, but there's always money to be made out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people think like,
oh,
these guys are doing it, so I'm not going to do it because there's not going to be no room for me. No, that's not technically not true. Because you can source at thrift stores, you can source retail arbitrage.
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about all this stuff, and stuff like that. It's just, don't be afraid or don't be intimidated just because this guy has 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. And you think, oh no, he's taking everything. And it's not true. There's always money to be made out there. You just need to take that chance and not be afraid or be intimidated by the big numbers,
Yep. Yeah, and it's funny because you can literally, and there's videos on this, you can start with a small amount of money. Like everything I buy, a lot of my stock, I've paid only $5 a piece or $7 a piece.
Yeah.
You can start with a very low amount of capital.
Look, let me share something with you guys just to show you that retail arbitrage does work. You just have to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
I got this for $9 at Target. Brand new Nintendo Switch game. Retail arbitrage, you can do it. I did this online. Online arbitrage. Online retail arbitrage.
Did you get a bunch of them?
Yeah, I got 30 of them. At $9.99, I got 30 of them. Just like I did with the Funko Pops that I got the last time.
I'm not. Oh, sorry.
I paid $2 for these a piece.
Nice.
Just like I'm saying, you could do, just to answer what you were saying, that you can make money with the low. You just have to look and just do it. Even like I've said this a lot in my videos too. I still source at the Dollar Tree. You can find good stuff at the Dollar Tree to source. Your bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Simon, I don't know if you heard the part where I was talking to like the resale brothers, you know, and they're mostly because I was watching some of their other videos, and they're mostly like, you know, I understand from their perspective, their demographic is they're way out, they're far away from the city, so they were talking about how to source and this and that, and so I mentioned retail arbitrage. I said I don't do it all the time, but if I can, you know, I'm lazy. I'll go in, find it, boom, get out. And like
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the example. I found those little beer things, and man, HEB had like a ton of those, and they were just like pretty much like almost like a quarter each. You know, I put them online, and I said 3 a pop for like about $10, you know, and a little less than $10. You know, it depends. Like the more they buy, the price would go down. And this guy came in and just like bought $50 worth, you know. So I had to like send basically a little packet, which I paid nothing for. It's like, you know, you just always got, and this matter where you're at, but like I think you got a good honey hole, Simon. You know, hopefully one day you'll show me. I want to go out there, but I heard we have one here in Austin. I need to go check it out.
Yep.
I'll go down to Austin. I mean, any excuse to go to Austin. You know, I've been there a couple times. You know, especially when I was younger, going to 6th Street. But it's a nice city, though. You know.
It is, but it's growing. You know, it's crazy. Like, you know, because I'm sure you and your girl would like to go out, but there's so much stuff you can do in Houston. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, that party scene's like has been now. It's especially now with all the corona. It's crazy. Yep. They have not opened that 6th Street in so long. It's crazy. It's like, you know, it'd be like, you know, it's just trying to be like a little New Orleans on the weekends. But my whole point was like, you just come down. If you ever come down, let me know. We'll go hit some places and stuff, check it out, find it. But
definitely,
I'm gonna have to go pay you guys a visit one day. Go out to Texas.
Yeah, definitely. It's great. Be careful. You might stay here. You'll fall in love.
I know. I have a cousin that lives out there in Texas too. So that's what something. Too.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Where is he in Texas?
El Paso.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got a lot of friends. A lot of artist friends of mine come from El Paso, and so my dad used to always pass through there. We would always have our favorite restaurants. But I remember how hard it was passing from there, trying to go into other parts of Texas. It just takes so long. That's the far west side. You know,
I think it's funny. You're probably closer to your cousin than I am to your cousin.
And he's not joking. He's not joking. You might be almost close because it's crazy. Yeah, because Luis is down south LA, so it's like he can almost probably even if it's just a couple hours. That just shows you how long it goes. You know.
Yeah, I bet.
Brother, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. I just remember those days. Yeah. Oh, what do you guys got planned for tomorrow? Oh, I'm sorry, Luis. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, you know, it's just true what you're saying because my cousin always says that when he comes out here, it's like the longest drive just to get out of Texas. He always tells me that.
Yeah.
And he's the far edge of it. So like, but El Paso's it's an interesting city. It's like all my friends that live there, they're kind of like, we hate to get out of there, but then they miss it so bad they end up, you know, they'll never leave it. And it's its own. It's kind of an interesting city. It's just it's got its own little different things and gems in there. It's like, you know, as far as food goes, oh my God, it's crazy. But like I was watching some weird documentary one day on PBS, and I was like, what? And they were talking about the different culture of kids and these different generations. And there was these kids that were like probably second, maybe third generation from over the border. And they were like following these young kids. And their trend was they were Morrissey fans from the Smiths. And like they all had the hairdo like Morrissey and everything. I'm like, what's up with it? But it was only in El Paso. Like, you know, they were like, there's no big Morrissey cliques, and not that there isn't fans, it's just, but this is like a little fan club clique thing going on. It wasn't in Houston, it wasn't in Dallas, and it was only in El Paso. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Morrissey's big out here in California.
Oh, dude, LA, he's crazy.
Yeah, he sells out out here. So, yep.
I've only been to Oklahoma and to Mexico. That's the only place.
That's it. You never been to
Oklahoma?
Louisiana?
I've
No.
been I've been to Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Oregon, and Chicago.
Okay. I haven't
Yeah, no,
even been to
I've
Chicago.
actually I've only lived here in Houston for about I think going on 11 years.
Okay.
So most of
What
most
part
of
of Houston,
my
man?
most most of my time I spent in I was born and raised in Stephenville, Texas.
In Texas.
Very small,
Stevensville.
yeah, very small little country town in
Hmm.
south of Fort Worth.
Yeah, I know right where it is. Yeah, we used to pass through it.
Hmm.
It's
It's a good little town, but it's kind of one of those places where it's basically there's four really good jobs you can get there, and they're always
yeah,
filled up. And it's either you go work at the dairies or you go work at the manufacturing plant, you
Hmm.
know, or the two car dealerships that are owned by the same person.
yeah.
Yeah, I hear you,
Those
man.
are-
Yeah, I had to get out.
That's the resale brothers. They live. They keep telling me, and it's seeing it's already out of my head. Like I was looking it up today. I'm like, I know they keep telling me. So I don't know if you ever heard of a place called Elgin,
Yeah,
Simon. It's like it's famous for its sausage, but it's like it's like it. Luis, to explain, there's Austin, Texas, and when you go, I should be going this way. So when you go in this way back to Houston, and you're going east,
Yeah.
there's like a couple of roads you could take to go into it, and you pass these little. I mean, literally every little. Like if you're driving from Austin to Houston, you pass a lot of little towns, unless you're
Hmm.
coming from San Antonio, and then on 10, and then it's just like, but still, you still pass a lot
It's
of
a straight
country,
shot, yeah.
and it's either truck stops and things like that, but it's yeah, the resale brothers, they're out there. They have their little strategies. They go to certain towns during certain days and this and that. But I don't know how I just stumbled on them, and they're really just down to earth guys. They're pretty chill. The one brother named Colton, he plays a lot of music and stuff. He's a musician. He's got a punk band and he's got a thrasher band. I'm like, I gotta check that out.
Yo, that's awesome, man.
What are you
good.
guys gonna do this weekend?
Or for this weekend, you mean, or for tomorrow?
Yeah, this weekend or tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up a couple of thrift stores, and I'm gonna go to the swap meet.
Oh, you did say this swap meet, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back again.
Yeah,
You
we
gonna
have nothing planned except for listing, grocery shopping, and cleaning. That's which is really good for me, because like I said, I've been out the past 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I have a whole lot of listing to do,
That's
and I'm
cool.
on
Yeah.
here with you guys.
Well, you have a child too, don't you, Simon? You got a
Yeah,
son?
I have a 6-year-old.
Oh yeah, you need to spend time with him too. Yeah.
No, yeah, no, we always spend time with him, so he'll
Yeah.
actually sit down and watch some of the reselling videos with us, and he's like, hey, what's his name, or but yeah, he that or but he's an only child, and he kind of like he likes his alone time. He'll be hanging out with
Yeah.
us. He's like, all right, going to my room. See you later. You know.
Well, I mean, you don't want to be you don't want to be stuck around dad all day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty cool dad, but
that wait till you turn 16.
I
You'll be
know. That's
like,
what everybody
you're not
tells
gonna
me.
be
Your
cool
children
anymore.
don't love you, but once they get become teenagers, it's on.
yeah,
My daughter
I
cut me
actually
off.
I'm teaching them young. Uh,
Yeah.
we we went to Traders Village the other day, and probably
Cool.
I think maybe 3 weeks ago we went to Traders Village, and we bought him a little toy, and we bought him ice cream, and and he said, hey, I want to go buy a stuffed animal plushie. And I said, no, dude, we already bought you the Bumblebee car, and we bought you ice cream. And he's like, come on, come on. I was like, all right, well, I'll give you $2. If you can go find a plushie for $2, you can
Mm.
buy it. So I took him, and we pulled up to this booth, nothing but stuffed animals, plushies, and she was a reseller because I saw the Goodwill tags on a lot of those items.
She
And
left all the Goodwill tags.
Oh man, that's
yeah,
just
so we went in, and he wanted a Minions plushie, and
mm.
I told him, hey, dude, that's $5. You only have $2. And I said, here's the $2. You know, go ask the lady. Just be like, hey, will you take $2 for this? And he walked up to her. He held up the $2 with a little hand. He's like, will you take $2? And she's like, it's been a slow day. Yeah, go ahead. And so, you know, and then he came back. He told his mom, like, hey, she wanted 5. You know, I bought it for 2. You know, he was
That's
real
awesome.
happy.
But just kind of slowly, like before you give him money again, say, do you remember? Say, well, or have him a look and say, and then what you could do is, you know, but this time reverse it. Like if he's looking before he buys a bunch of stuff, say, today you only get one thing. Okay,
Yep.
I want that, Dad. Say, well, remember what I told you? I only have this much in my pocket. And you go, give it to me. I'll do it again. You know, then you'll get him, you know, on that
Yeah.
hook. Let me try that $2 thing. Yeah, you posted that on my. You posted that, I think, on one of my lives or something like that, or on one of my links.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was like,
and
you
and
go
it's funny
Dad,
because he came home and it still had the tags. He came home and I scanned it. It's probably worth like $10 online. And he came home and he tore the tag off. I'm like, what are you doing? We can sell that.
Oh yeah. What you got to do is tell him next time. Say, before you do that, let me show you a trick, and then scan it for him and say, let's say you want to keep it nice and pretend the tag. You know, just explain to him. Yeah. Maybe, but he's 6 years old.
He's 6. You know.
But, yeah, but like you said, you got to start him early.
Yeah, no, but he knows exactly what we do. You know, we'll buy something or, you know, something cool, you know, that, and he'll look at it and he'll say, hey, Dad, is that for sale? Yeah, it's for sale. Oh, okay. You know, and he understands, you know, like I bought a little Power Wheels 4-wheeler as one of my first things. And he's like, oh, I want to ride it. I was like, well, we're going to sell it. You can ride it until we sell it. He's like, that's fine. He rode it once for 3 minutes and I sold it the next day.
So I think he's gonna. Yeah, at one point he's gonna be like, I don't care about anything anymore. Let me just make that money.
Yeah.
To get the big ticket.
That's what I do with my son too. Every time he tells me, I want a new toy, okay, we need to sell one of your old toys, and then we'll go get you a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does he get it? He gets.
Yeah, he'll go choose the one he doesn't want anymore. He goes, here, Dad, sell it.
Yeah.
So I put it up for him, I sell him, and then get him a new one.
I think Kevin, the Commonwealth picker, does that. The one from Virginia.
Yeah.
I think he does. Yep. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing work here. I'm just like, I got some good deals today. No, I found these. This is gonna be my next video. You're gonna be like, what is that stuff? It's like, so let me go up close. I don't like these kind of things. I'm like, I never scan them, but they were on the shelf. It's called page protectors.
Yeah.
Dude, I scanned these. And I thought there was just one. It's like, they're very square. They're like 12 by 12 inches. And I'm like, what is this? And then I realized they're page protector. As soon as I scanned it, and I was like, uh-oh. I saw 29, but I realized it was for 2. So when I looked at the price tag, they were $1.49, and they had like half off of purple today. And I was like, that's purple. As soon as I picked them up, there's 2 of them there. So I was like, there's the $29.
Yeah.
Simple that. I know I'm going to show this to you, Luis or Simon, and you'll go, oh, yeah, those are like flea market junk items, right? See, I don't know if you guys can see this. And I'm going to come in close. And then when I was in like the flea market in San Jose, they would have these little cheap knockoffs from China. But then I look at this, and I'm going to have it in the video. Watch this. Look. He's got a little marking on his head, and then I was like, that ain't Chinese, that's Japanese. So as I'm looking at it, look at the intricacy on this. Right? So watch this. I'm looking around at this, and then I'm like, what is this at the bottom? Looks like he's got little buckies at the bottom. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I'm like, what is this stuff? This guy's feeding some monkey. I look at the bottom, and it's not made in China. It's made in Japan.
Oh,
so
wow.
like, the quality is a little
made in Canada.
No, that would be funny. Oh, that's.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to pay no $4. You know what? I gotta roll the dice. I could take this to flea market and easily let it go and get double $5. You know?
Who wants you that? Oh, to say thank you? Okay.
What up, Louis?
Yeah, he's just running around. Come here. Say hi to Louie and to Simon.
Hi, Louie and Simon.
What's going on?
How was your day, Lewis?
Good.
And
It
this
was
is
good?
Shayla.
Yeah, class in school and good, but I have a lot of fun in school.
Yeah. Hey, Lewis, did you see Simon's puppy? His little doggy's Chihuahua?
Good puppy. Say hi to the puppy.
Oh, you haven't seen Wawa.
Yeah. My
Yeah, she's
sister
been
has
laying.
2 Chihuahuas like that.
What?
She's been laying by me this whole time.
Oh.
I love Chihuahuas, man. My sister's got 2 of them, and one used to be it was just so big. This thing was like a plumped up raisin.
Like a log with legs.
Dude, this thing was like, I was like, what a butterball. We're gonna cook it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what's funny about my dog is it's kind of hard to see, and I'm not going to show you, but she's jacked, dude. You can see like all her muscles. You know,
Yeah.
she's just a really strong dog.
You probably feed her just right. And so my sister finally like took her off the just giving her scraps. She just feeds her twice a day. She
Oh,
finally
yeah.
lost a lot of weight. She had one was named Tinker or something. I don't know. She got weird names, Chloe or Zoe or.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah,
their son had like a big old bulldog, and he comes in there and terrorizes the Chihuahua.
Yeah, we have a big cat, and they fight all the time. The cat's bigger than her, but she's 7 years old. The cat's maybe 2 years old, but he's
Oh.
he's probably about this long. You know, he's just a real big cat, and you know they fight all the time. But every now and then you'll see them laying down next to each other taking a nap.
Oh yeah. They just don't they're like brother and sisters. They'll be fighting for a little bit and stuff. Oh, who's in the chat?
Yeah.
We got Matt in there. Hey Mateo, how you doing, man? He's like,
Yeah,
Come on, Matt.
I will be
he's
there.
in here. He's chatting
Lady
with everybody.
Antiques. Hey Lady
Keeping-
Antiques.
Keeping the chat live.
Yep, they're talking among themselves and listening to us here too.
I gotta go to my PO box tomorrow. I think maybe Lady Antiques things came in. I ordered something from her.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably sitting in your PO box.
Yeah, like that baseball card you sent me
Yeah, but it's just sitting there, huh?
for like 2 weeks.
Hey man, old stuff, even baseball cards only get better with age. So
Yep, you do.
you
I
know,
was
it's
letting it seasoned a little bit. You know, it was getting that nice seasoning.
you know, it's funny. A lot of the stuff that was in my last video from the antique garage sale, I literally since I bought it, I have not listed anything till tomorrow. We're gonna start listing it, and the way I look at it, you know, it's old vintage items. They're only gonna get more expensive. So
Yep. That's all it is.
Well,
I
that's
was in no rush.
like this. I didn't know like this could be like from the 80s and some quick trinket that you get like at a thrift shop, not a thrift shop, like a gift shop. But if it's from Japan, that stuff ain't cheap. And I was,
Mhm.
so I'm just thinking like if it is old and I looked at it, I could tell it's porcelain.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's just you get good at the antique stuff, man. Just keep watching guys like Resale Brothers, and there's other people out there that have their little niches, and the older, the big wigs. But just your own gut. Like you've been doing this for how long? You've been doing this?
Probably
Simon.
about 3 months.
Yeah, but like you've been to flea markets and things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
All your
yeah.
life. So
Hey, Matt, how you doing, brother?
What's up, fellas?
Going, Matt.
I had to come on to even out the Cali to Texas ratio.
Okay.
And it's funny that we're divided. The Cali side on one side and Texas side on the other.
Even though I'm not a Dodgers fan, I gotta put on for the Braves right now.
Dodgers pulled it off tonight.
Let me make sure, Simon, are you a Houston fan or a Dallas fan?
Dallas fan.
Oh God, Lord have mercy. Here we go. So we got the same thing as these two do. These two, Simon. These two be like San Francisco. It's all about no, it's the Dodgers. So now you and I are gonna be like, no, it's the Texans. No, it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I'll root for the Texans if they're on. I'm not. This is my hometown now. But no, yeah, definitely.
It's all fun, bro. Oh, I got a lot of players in Dallas I love.
It's all love except when it comes to the Dodgers. Sorry, Luis.
Yeah.
Bam! Forget those Dodgers. Bam!
That's all good. They pulled it off tonight, so.
It's going to be a good series. I'm interested to see.
I said from the beginning the Dodgers were going to have a hard time with the Braves because the Braves they're a good team.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
All right.
Real good. What's up, bro? What's your name? I didn't catch it.
Simon.
Simon, nice to meet you, man. I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I've seen you in the lives before.
Right on. Yeah. Always support Luis and Louis and what they're doing, dude.
Yeah. Louis is the first one that invited me to. He said, "Hey, we're doing a live. Come check it out." And then I was in the chat, and he's like, "Hey, get on." I was like, "Whoa! I wasn't expecting that."
Yeah. Once you jump on though, so have you been on this your first time or second time? Like now you just want to keep going.
Yeah. It's my second time. So
he's so shy. Like the first time I invited Simon, he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna come on." I'm like, "Get on, man." So there's my Willie baby.
Yeah, they're sweet, man.
The graphics, you know, like you said, I know. I'm glad you caught that, but like these graphics are just tight.
Yeah.
So Simon, you were there when I picked these up, right, Simon?
Yeah, I saw it.
This is what gives it away right here. So like the Resale Brothers, they worked with I think a lady who's like married to one of the brothers. Let me see if I can get this thing in right. Oh, I can't do this right. I'm messing it up. Where's the camera?
Just think backwards.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I don't know. My brain is backwards.
Oh, a little bit to the right.
All right, here we go. See, I got one over. I keep doing this. It's like I'm all the way there. It is. See right there?
Oh yeah, Frank's Bro Sales. Yeah.
Yeah, but those colors are just. I love that yellow and that red and stuff.
Yeah, man.
But this it says singer, songwriter, guitarist, actor, Arthur. I'm like, dang.
It's cool.
You know the guy's gonna die pretty quick.
It's got Grammy winner.
Hey man, don't you put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. You leave Willie alone.
Who's talking crap? Let me put this in live here. You can take me off, Luis.
Yeah.
my fat cheeks showing. So I was in Instagram on that day, and Simon was he was in there. He's like, "What's up with that?" and this and that. And then the guys I did the interview with this week that was on it was on this morning. They were like, "Dude, get them all. I'm like, wait. I was just gonna get 5, and then I called you, Mateo. I was like, "Dude, right?" And you're like, "Those are legit."
Every single one they have, man. I told you I did when you sent me the pictures. I started looking it up, and I'm like, they've been doing those shirts with a little bit of variance on the back since like 2015.
Yeah.
And then I told Louis too. I'm like, you can use it as a bargaining tool to be like, look, these were concerts that didn't even happen for when you're buying, but then when you're selling, then you say this concert didn't even happen. These weren't even available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they weren't going to get. Yeah, they weren't even like, you cannot get this merch. But like you said, somebody may try to like play it down, but I'm like, nah. You know, I'll sit on them for 5 years if I have to. But it's like whatever.
Pandemic special.
Really,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think so.
And he had.
No, go ahead.
He had like some pneumonia thing or something in the beginning of 2020. Like when he told me that, I did a little research, and like he canceled shows even before the whole thing hit. So
maybe coronavirus. We don't even know it.
Yeah. So, but I'm a fan. He's up there, dude. He's like 80 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really up there. He's.
So I told you that.
Like you said. Go ahead.
He's one of those like musicians that I feel like is just gonna live forever. Where the drugs help him like live to like 200.
I was gonna tell him
he's gonna be the first man.
And I was like, he's gonna die soon. I don't mean to be rude. And Mateo's like, man, he's smoking that ganja. That's gonna preserve him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's pickled. He's all pickled. He's pickled with ganja.
That's Gaya's medicine right there.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, man, those are some good pickup. That's a good thing you call Matt to get his opinion on it.
Man, I just wanted to finalize it because I said I know like Matt will be like, yeah, just I was gonna get them all at that one point because once I talked to that manager, I was like, I told him this price, and then after when I went back up the second time, I was like, hey Jose, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, can you do just $1.99? I was like, phew. And they didn't even charge me for all of them. They cut like a couple back, and I threw in some vintage Halloween shirt in there, and it's like whatever. But that's how you do it,
Yeah.
We talked about this before, but like being friendly. If it doesn't matter if I'm in a thrift I go to all the time or like the very first one I walk into. Like I'm walking in with a smile on my face. I'm asking, hey, how are you doing? All this stuff, and then when you come with your pile to the front. It happens to me all the time at some of my stores where it'd be like they just kind of like glance at your pile and be like, all right, $5, and you'd be like, cool. Versus if you're
they don't
like,
want to do,
if you're walking in there and like you're like, what is this? Look at this stain or look at all this, and it's like, then they're gonna be like, all right, $8.99, $7.99, like going through each item.
Yeah,
Same thing
if they start like where they try to go high, you gotta go. Okay, you want to critique it? Let me go dissect. You got this issue. You got. So what I did with the guy that I was talking to Jose, and I was like, hey, bro, I'm like, I come here all the time. I see a lot of shirts that are redundant. And, I didn't tell him it was Willie or anything. I just said, all these are the same. The only thing that's a little bit off is the size. And you got a lot of extra large and double extra large. And
sizes that don't sell.
What's that?
No, it'd just be like, sizes that don't usually sell.
That's but trust me, those do sell. The big ones do sell.
Yeah.
But
I know.
But there was only
extra
one
large.
that had. What's that?
I said, I know, extra large.
Me too, bro. Except for this today, I put on this tight ass shirt. It's like, yeah, I love, man. I'm. That's why I love Mateo. Like I know he's sharp on his shirts all the time. But like I was just like. When you came in, I was like, what's this dude? Like, what is he? Man, you knew your shit. You're just like, this is it. But you're passionate about it. Like, you want to know everything about it,
Like I said, and this goes for anybody in the chat or anybody listening. Like, if there's any music and if it's a large graphic front and back, like, especially at where we source, like, I'm not saying go to the concert and buy 12 shirts for $50 each, you know what I mean? But if you're sourcing for even at $4 a shirt, you can't really lose, you know what I mean? Even if you end up gifting it, at Christmas or something like that, like that's a win because
you can't buy a t-shirt for $4.
Exactly. So like you can't really lose, and like I said before, like if you feel like you did loss, like, oh, I bought this shirt, it's not worth nothing, like that's still not a loss because now you know what not to do.
Yeah.
So that's it.
For real.
Yeah. Hey Russell, thanks for joining us, bro.
Hey Russell, how you doing, man? Yeah, I know. It's just like, but that to me it was just like I know I can't compare it, but it's like a little mini, like just a little dose of what you were like when you were there with Storage Auction Pirates, and I was like, shit, let me go get in there, But I had to go in there, and I was like pushing people around. I was like, excuse me, I got to grab like 20 of them here and 5 here. And they had them all. They didn't even have them in one area. I don't know what they were thinking, but they spread them out. And God forbid, I bet you if I go back, there's probably more. But the only size I couldn't find, it was kind of throwing me off, was like, I don't know what happened. No mediums. I was like, what's up with that? No mediums.
I think the mediums are like probably would be the low end of your sales. So
yeah,
no sweat.
Because either like somebody's gonna wear a small, they're gonna need a small. They're not gonna necessarily want a medium, but then if they need that medium, but they'll go to large, or if they think they can get away with small. But at least there's a happy medium in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
We got to work out a trade, bro. I'll send you some of this Raider stuff because I've been kind of going through my piles.
I already talked to Luis. Luis, I was like, hey man, I'll give this. I got you one for trade, and he's like, yeah, man. And they only had one of his size, so I was like, it's yours. Let's get your name. It's like that one there is yours. No, it's on reserve. Look,
How you doing, Butterfly Hostels? Thanks for joining us.
I'm trying to go shopping at Louis. Look at all that right there.
He has a lot of stuff.
Man, it's disgusting. I got piles of shit over there. It's like this is because Wes and their name, the Resale Brothers. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, Mateo, but this is like, it's got their name, Wes and Colton, because they've been helping me out a lot and they were giving me some tip stuff. So I told them they came all the way out from where they live, like over an hour out in the country just to come do this interview for me. Whose name is that? I can't read this. What does that say on there?
Hey. Oh.
This
Right
other
on,
one
man.
in here too.
You are the man.
Nice.
Here we go. All the proof. I told you guys. I put you in there. Who's that dude?
Nice.
Punk
Nice.
ass.
And none for Gretchen Wieners. Okay.
Simon's like, hey, where's mine?
Man. What you got to trade? What you got to trade, bro? Give me that Chihuahua. I want that Chihuahua.
You want Chihuahua?
Oh man.
She's 7 years old. In dog years, she's an antique. She's missing some teeth, but she still bites.
What are you saying? You want 2 shirts for her? Forget it. The deal's off.
Yeah.
Louis, I sent you some of those pictures of those shoes that thing that I got, but Louis, I showed
Bro,
you.
those are even though they're little, like you said, those are the ones that kind of falling apart. Hey, Marcus.
What's up, Marcus?
Hey, Marcus.
What's up, Butterfly Hustles? On the run tour too.
Nice.
Let me see. Show that one big a little bit.
This is the first time I went back to the bins. It got all this stuff on the back. This is, you know what this is, right?
Yep. That's Beyonce and Jay-Z, right?
Beyonce and her little boyfriend, JJ. I go to the bins, and the shirt rats were like running around like crazy, and they're like got their shirts over the shoulder, and I'm like, dude. And I walked right by them, and I went, boom, pulled this out of the bins, and I was like, and they're like, where'd you find that? I was like, it's this right here, bro. He's like, oh, I'll trade you for it. I'm like, get out of here. Get the fuck out. They left it in there. They don't ever look. They don't know what they're looking for sometimes.
Yeah.
I think they just. And then I'm like, y'all don't look, man. It's like, just dig, look underneath the pantalones, It's like they're under there.
Man, I was in a couple thrifts a couple of days ago, and like there's this thrift and they just pile the clothes, so it just looks like this big mountain of clothes. And like I was there for an hour going through the clothes.
Yep.
And I'm like done. I'm walking around the other store. I have my pile in the front, and the guy's like looking at my pile, and I'm like, oh, that's all mine, man. And he's like, oh, all right, where'd you find all this? And I like pointed to the pile, and his eyes got like big, like, man, like you went through that. And I'm like, yeah, I put in the work for it. You know what I mean? But I had a.
What do you talk about, Mateo? Is this a thrift store or is this the rags?
This is a thrift store. So we have a bunch of like different, like it'll just be like different thrifts. Somebody will kind of like own, a strip mall or something, and there'll be a store there that's a thrift store. We're so inundated with donations right now. Like our Goodwills and stuff won't accept. They'll put hours on when they accept. They fill and they won't take it. So like all these smaller thrifts are getting crazy amount of donations too.
I would just park outside of there.
I know, right?
Well, what I want to do is start doing my own donation like bins and like that, so that I could just get things for free, go through, and then either somehow get rid of the stuff. I know Goodwill sells to like different countries. Like they'll box their stuff.
You just redonated.
The big white one, not
like. Yeah, there's so many different systems. Like the couple of guys that I met, like in Round Rock area, like this one guy had like 20 carts filled with clothes, and I'm like, I said, where are you going with those? He goes, come here, and he goes, and I go look at the window, and the window, he's got 2 vans, and his buddy was there, but I guess they were going to eat or something. But and I'm like, you see those two vans? And I'm like, dang, you got all that shit on top of it too. And he's like, yeah, we're going down to Mexico. We're gonna cross in tomorrow. And I'm like, you're bringing all those clothes there? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but this guy was giving the clothes away. It was for like a mission thing. He was just
But see, that's fine.
Wow.
That's fine. If you started like some sort of donation thing, and then I just want to take all the fire, and then I'm okay donating everything else, all as a write-off. I just get to keep the.
Here's our thing. Okay, we're talking about manifesting stuff, right, Mateo? Okay, we're gonna manifest this. And you can come in on this, Simon, but you got to like get your own ticket. I'm going to drive to California one day, okay? Because I got to drive, because I got to pack that stuff, and I'm going to have a van. And you and I are going to go meet Luis, and we're going to go find that rag house in L.A. We're going to go in there. We're just going to kill it one day. We're just going to.
Yep, we're going to buy it all out.
I got the rag house up by me. It's in San Jose.
Yeah.
I already know
it is in San Jose.
Yeah, there's
really?
a rag house in San Jose.
Crazy,
the things that get thrown away, man.
Insane. Give me the street names. Do you know where it is? Because like I was born in San Jose.
No, I don't. I know it's over by where the flea market is. You know, there's like that little industrial area right there by where the flea market is. But
where near the Berryessa?
Yeah, my buddy gave me the address, and he said I could go with him. But like right now, there's so much to source just around here. Like I said, that thrift store I was talking about, everything's $3 for $1. So I can go in there, jeans, jackets, whatever, any item is $3 for $1.
Oh man, and there's so much fire around. You're like, I caught myself in a negative mode, and I'm like, I don't want to think like that. So I just started getting that positivity and just kind of like, okay, stay in your lane, you know. Look up the garage sales every weekend. Keep looking. Go find the good estate sales. When they got the good estate sales, go to. But one day I was like, I drive my little routes. I know my back roads, and this guy be parked out, and that's when I found like 40 hats for $10, man. Like a quarter a hat, you know. And like 3 or 4 of them were corduroy. They were like antique. They were vintage. I gotta list those suckers.
You know, it's crazy for me, man. I had a whole bunch of hats just plaguing my shelf, and I couldn't sell any of them, man. I mean, I had, you know, Texas Rangers fitted hats, like, and I had some older antique hats, and you know,
this stuff don't sound good. This is just, you know, we're talking fire hats from the 80s. You got to have the farm hats with the K on the back, you know, and it's like,
okay,
you got to have
basically. Yeah, what I did is I only kept 2 hats that I know were good money, and the rest of the hats my mom resells as well back home. So I told her, I was like, hey, I got all these hats. I maybe paid $1 a piece, you know, $2, maybe $3 most. I was like, here you go, you can have them. I was like, I don't want them on my shelf. And the day after I gave her the hats, which one of the 2 hats I kept, I sold. It was a Pirates of the Caribbean Disney Parks hat. Yeah. And my girlfriend actually is the one that picked it out. She said, hey, look at this. I'm like, oh, that ain't worth nothing. You know, and then I was like, but we'll get it. It's only $2. And I actually sold it for, I think, about $30.
Nice.
Good.
I mean, it looked brand new, you know, so I put on there, like, you know, like new condition, and someone on eBay bought it. I'm like, okay.
That's what you got to do, man. You know, you got to, but even those old hats, you really got to do your homework, because a lot of them don't have comps, and a lot of them you got to know the strategies. And so, like, there's this one guy that everybody's talking about that he's, you know, a big hat guy, and I can't wait. Luis, I think he's going to be doing his Tank's going to be doing his like cleanup thing one day. I want to get up there. I got like over 100 hats. I'm gonna get my vacuum out. I'm gonna wash these suckers before, and then just spray them with starch. Mm-hmm. They're gonna go on Grail, because I'm gonna make. I probably got about $1,000 of the hats there I need to get rid of. It's like,
I gotta get them up.
Maybe more. If I play my cards right, but
the deals are there. Like, so it's crazy too. Like, you're talking about, like, well, the hat from the 80s, but like, there's money in every hat. Like, there's money in cowboy hats. There's money in trucker hats. There's money in 80s baseball hats. There's money in 90s hats and all the starter hats.
Let's find the good quality.
there sure as hell is money in new hats. You go to Lids, you spend $45 on a new era hat. You know what I mean? So if you find one that's been worn a couple times, sticker still on, like that's a $20 bill all day. And somebody at a garage sale is, like you said, is like, how much are the hats? Like $2 each. Here you go. So that's just money in your pocket. But the deals are there. You just gotta find them. If you need any tips for like sourcing and stuff, like it's easy. Just listen to us, listen to Marcus and their thing, like they were talking about. Like everybody's giving you the tips of where to look, how things to look for. So just try to soak all that up. I got a hat lot on estatesales.net or .org. It was like 30 minutes from me. I'm always all around the Bay, so like I worked it out with them of when I'll pick it up. It was like 40 hats for $35. Buy it
that's awesome. You know what's nice about that? You don't even have to go there and compete. You just go on and and they're doing newspapers. They're gonna hold it. You pick it up when you're ready. You go do your construction or whatever you're doing, and it's all lined up. It's so nice because sourcing, I think it's taken a turn that's working for us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying, like he was talking about the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like the Disney stuff is crazy right now.
Yeah.
Louis beat me to Lady Antiques Treasures Mickey Mouse plaid hat.
Yeah, that was a good another nice one.
Yep.
I love you, bro. But I was looking for you.
You know, I was looking at that.
You know what? There was a small little thing going. I'm not sure, but you know what? Don't doubt yourself again. Just get it, because I knew it was 90, like 1990 or whatever it was. That's why she knew after when I started. Asked Luis, I was like, "What's the date? What's the tag look like?" I was like, that's what we do.
But it doesn't even matter. Like even newer Disney stuff is still going like that.
Yeah.
And the price is still, the price holds its value pretty well.
No, I don't doubt that. I'm not contending that. It's like, but like sometimes when you just look at it and you're gonna go, that's fire. Yeah. Like I watch some of these other guys that do hats, and I'm not talking about just Tank or anybody, but like, when you come in, that's what I mean. Like with your confidence, you're like, look at that plaid. I mean, that's like, and sometimes it's a dead giveaway. Like that is fire 90s right there. But look at that. It's got this logo, whatever it is, and you're just like.
It was in the background. Like if I pointed something off of your shelf right there, I was like, hey, what's up with that hat right there? Like always, my radar is always on for stuff like that.
Where's the hat? You sit back here?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, let me see that book right there. I need that volume 3 encyclopedia.
I showed you this last time. I'm showing this to Simon. Simon, look at that old school.
That's nice.
The tech, you can feel it. It's all, and you can feel it too. It's got but it's single stitch. That's what you want right there. It's just beautiful. That tag in there. This is the kind of tag, the old school.
The Russell.
Yeah, the Russell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Made in USA, USA. Just playing in the back. And when I got this one day, there was this dude. He was like, dude, I collect Dallas. I'll give you anything for that. I'm like, know what I want out of your basket. And he's like, no. And I'm like, you go get it. So like those shirt rats are greedy. They want what they want, but like they don't want to trade up.
They don't want to give up. Yeah.
So I go, hey, but sometimes they pay it up. They'll like bring up that money, and I'm like, I didn't even pay for this, but you're gonna give me money to hand it over to you, and then you're gonna pay for it again.
Well, you see, it's like when I went to Trader's Village to try to sell my stuff, and I went there, and at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk around, and I got a couple items. I think some of these guys I can maybe trade, for some stuff, and I had a Nintendo Wii power, power block, and I have like 2 of them, and they never sold, and I think I paid like $5 for them. So there's no point on selling on eBay when they're selling for $10. So I've had them, and I loaded one in my backpack. I loaded a couple games that were, not big sellers, but they were still wrapped in the original package. And I, I went off and I found this guy, and he had 2 Wiis sitting there without the power bank. And I told him, I said, hey, are you selling these? He said, yeah, they just don't have the power cord. And I told him, like, well, I got a power cord. You maybe want to trade some games? He's like, no, it's okay. He's like, I sell them all day without the cords. And he had the sensor on it, but no AV cables, no cord. And I was like, well, how much do you sell them for? He's like, $15. I was like, all right, I'll take one.
Yeah, instead of doing him the favor, going, hey man, you can up your money on. You're just like, give me the ding, I'll sell it myself.
Yeah, and I came back and my girlfriend's like, what's in your hands? She's like, I thought you were just gonna go trade stuff.
I would have told him, listen, bro, I only got $10 in my pockets. If you want to.
Yeah. Nah, this guy wasn't about trading or nothing, and some of the, the way I see it, if someone comes up to me and says, hey, I have something you want, can I see something that you have? Maybe I want it. We'll trade. Yeah, definitely. I'm all for trading, but these guys were seasoned, like they're a staple there, So
all four of us will admit. I mean, you can get more out of your money by trading. Especially when you didn't pay for something that much. You paid like $2, but but it doesn't matter. It's in your hand. That value, like that guy who wanted this Dallas shirt, and I'm like, dude, I said, I want what's in your cart. Give me that. He's like, no. I'm like, it's all about you'll give me money for it, but you won't give me. I don't. It's like weird because sometimes trade. I'm like, you ain't paid for that anyway, and I ain't paid for this. Let's do a trade, and if you want, I'll give you $20 extra or something.
Yeah.
Like, and it's real crazy. I was looking at this video. This guy named Retro Rick. I don't know if y'all seen his channel, but he does like a video. He mainly does video games and old school. And he has like a video game collection. So what he was doing, he was going to to GameStop, and he was trading in games that actually trade at a good value, but he would just trade the disc. So he'd go and he'd trade the disc in and get a good amount for what it is. And these are games he's picking up at Goodwill for $2. So he'll trade them in, make some money, and then he'll turn around and he'll sell the actual box and the manual online on eBay. Yeah. And I was looking at this, and I have a game that's been on eBay for 2 months. It was Super Smash Brothers for the Wii, and it hadn't sold, and I bought it for $5. I'm like, I'm not going to go any lower than 12, and so I saw this video and went out today. I grabbed NCAA 13, not 14. 14 is the expensive one, but NCAA 13, and I grabbed the Super Smash Brothers, and I went down to GameStop, and I think I paid $3.50 for NCAA 14 or 13, and I paid like $5 for Super Smash Brothers. I came out with almost $20. So, and I didn't have to list anything. I didn't have to, try to sell it. But quick flips, man. That's quick flips with small profit is okay with me.
Are you selling the covers still?
No. I'm not gonna do all that. I gave him the whole thing, Yeah, no, that's a little too much work, but yeah. But yeah, I thought that was cool, and he's making. I think he has like $200 something on his GameStop credits, just by doing that. He goes literally. That's what he'll do on his video. He'll go to Goodwill, like pick out games that he already knows is selling for way more, and then he'll just pick them out, make $5, $6, $8 a game, and it's just crazy. And I never thought of that because I've always heard GameStop doesn't give you, what you want for your trades. But when you're picking games up at $2 instead of buying them for $50,
It's like this. When I lived in California, after I left San Jose, went to Texas for a little bit. When we came back, I lived in a little farming town where they had a lot of walnuts and stuff. And so I asked my uncle one day, I was just turning 16, and I was like, can I go work with you and the guys out there? He goes, you want to work out with the workers? It's hard work. And I'm like, just give me one day of work, and I want to, or maybe give me the whole weekend. And I said, I need to make some money. So I did that. Man, I bust my ass, but I made some money. After that, he says, the season's over. They're not doing it anymore. I'm like, oh, man, I wanted to work some more. And he's like, I'll tell you what, is if you like working, you want to do that, let me get the permission from the guy that owns the property. And he says, once the tractors come in and they clear the walnuts from the ground, and they, you're done. You can go in and glean them. And I'm like, glean them, and it's just like, us picking stuff at Goodwills and stuff like that. I'm just like, glean them. And like, I mean, but they already picked all the good stuff. Like they just, no, there's money out there. Man, I worked a little bit extra, but I tell you what, a rake and stuff like that and a sack, you'd be loading. I had like 20 sacks of walnuts, but I tell you what, I was all over that. I was all over that place, acres and acres. I came back and man, I made more money than I did that whole weekend, just picking stuff up, and helping the guys at the tractors and stuff. And it was like, make that, but it was there and it was free. So it's like, I'm getting that money. It's like, you gotta go in there. You gotta glean it. People leave stuff there all the time. Like, even if you think, like you said, Matt, like people think they leaving stuff. You just got to go around and around and around.
Well, the cool thing is like, there's so many different ways that there's little like, depending on what level you're at or whatever, but there's money on the table. In you talking about video games, about hats, talking glassware, like there's so many different avenues that you could
whatever it is,
a little extra money. It's really about.
I was showing them new stuff. It was like craft paper stuff. It was sitting in the electronics section. I'm like, why did somebody throw that there? Then I went scan, boom, $30, and it was like only $1.50 for both of them. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll sell it.
What jersey is Derek talking about? I know I showed him some jerseys, but I forget. I got a bunch of jerseys. I think I have a couple kids' jerseys. I took a trip out to St. Louis and I thrifted a bunch out there. I found a bunch of St. Louis jerseys. But you showing that cowboy shirt, so I gotta put on real quick for the team. Super Bowl.
I love that. Oh, I remember that game.
89.
Damn, that's vintage right there.
I hated the Bengals. That's why I still hate the Bengals.
And then I was telling you, I was at that thrift store, 3 for $1. I dug for like an hour and a half in that big pile. This was like one of the best scores.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
1989. Sure.
Wow.
So
that is so clean too.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's like $120 shirt for 33 cents.
Wow.
Where'd you find that, at the bins?
That was at the local thrift store I was telling you about. Look at Mike as well. So this one was in that deal that I was showing you the shoes for. It's a vintage Jordan. It's a dead stock.
On it, yo.
Never been worn. Look at the sleeve.
Look at the side. Yeah. Oh, I remember you showing that one.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
That's fresh and clean too.
This never been on The only comps I found on that was there's a red one. It's all stained up, no sleeve hit, like $260. So like I said, that one is brand new, and I got the tracksuit to match, the ones to match, all of it.
That's a nice shirt.
Derek, hey Derek, I saw what's his name in there too, Sumo.
Yeah, Marcus is still in here.
Marcus talking trash about my Niners, but
he said that's horrible.
Yeah, well, we can talk trash about that. Marcus? Did you see my Dallas shirt? I think I did. Ever show him? I don't know. Did you see it, Marcus? I don't know if he saw it or not.
Show it again.
He probably was here. He probably saw that. Look at this tag, Marcus. This ain't gonna fit you, but you know what? It's okay, bro.
Athletics. It's nice though.
It's clean too. I was surprised how clean. It's not stained. It don't got no, what do you call it? Sweat stains under it, which you can get out.
That thing is ugly. That thing is so ugly. I wouldn't even pay the 33 cents at the thrift store. That would have got left.
Dude, I'm gonna trade up one day. I'm gonna give me a Raider shirt somehow. I gotta find somebody with some Raider shirts. You know anybody with Raider shirts?
So I joke about that. I've told you that too. Like, I'm a diehard Niner, Giants, but if I see something in the thrift that's sick and it's another team, I'm picking it up. I had this little
all
jacket.
day long.
Yep.
I was trying to do research on. This was at that same thrift store, 33 cents. It's a vintage starter, Patriots, little kids, like signed by cheerleaders on the team.
Nice.
But like for 33 cents, I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah, you can, man.
Yeah, I can't stand the Patriots, but I would pick that up in a heartbeat.
You have to. It's money. It's money.
Yeah.
Guys, speaking of, I mean, I had to bring something out. You know, I don't do a lot of vintage stuff. You know, but this right here, I found at the Goodwill bins, and I loved it. And my girlfriend wanted to get rid of it as soon as possible, but I told her no. We gotta wait for the right season.
Oh man!
Damn.
All the taco meat with that.
Yeah, this is Karen Scott. I mean, I don't know if it's old because I've seen newer ones, you know, with the old looking designs on it. But I mean, I paid literally a couple cents for this.
Yeah.
So I know it'll sell during a ugly sweater, you know.
Karen Scott is vintage. I want to say like early 90s, early mid.
I got one. Blow me up. I got one that I'm gonna top Simon. You know, it's all about like it's like break dancing. Like, okay, you got that, let's bring it. Look how this shit is. This is so fucking ugly. I got this the day I went to go look at this. Nasty, right? Look at this.
Fire.
Look at that collar on that.
Dang.
This
oh my
ugly.
God.
This is ironed on too. Look at this shit. The black cats and shit. It's like all you got to do is put what's that Last Nightmare Before Christmas. But look at this tag. I looked at the tag and I went, that's gonna say USA. Dude, this is some like little old lady thing. I don't know what you can't even see it probably. Wait a minute. Can you read that?
That's the Corona collar with the back.
For real. Look at this. I'm gonna sell this shit. Look at that collar. And look at this. Made in USA. Made in USA.
Oh man.
Isn't that crazy? It's out, you know, those old 90s tags you can't even, I mean, the old 80s tags you can't even, I think it's 80s, it's not 90s. Look at this ugly ass thing. Black cat and shit. I mean, like, who the hell wears this shit, you know? It's like Ugly Betty gonna be wearing this stuff. It's like crazy. And want to see something funny? Look at that. Look at this thing here.
It's like a cross, like a snowman witch. Look at her.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, look at that thing. It's got a ribbon. What the
Dang.
It's a scarecrow witch. That's crazy, man. Look at those shoes. I was like, I gotta get this shit. It's crazy.
Hey, I bet you what though, I'm gonna win an ugly sweater contest before I sell this thing.
Okay.
Oh,
I gotta sell this. I need to list this tomorrow. I didn't even list it yet. I'm just like, I got so much stuff for the season.
It's crazy.
Lord.
Like that whole movement took off, you know, the ugly sweater, all that took off, but that took off from people thrifting those type of sweaters. Now you can go into like Ross and Marshalls or whatever, and they're gonna have ugly Christmas sweaters because
well,
buying
it is that. But people like the nerds and the geek girls that love that stuff, and you know, I had a girlfriend like before they started doing like you said. There was like you go to like your job, like we're gonna have the ugly Christmas sweater contest. I'm like, oh man, you know, I ain't gonna wear that stuff. But people come in and then like it's like you said, it's like they want to one up. Like Simon and I were like, okay, let me show you this.
Yeah, one time for we threw a party and it was an ugly Christmas sweater party, and I had I went to Ross and I picked up one of those Christmas vests and it was like just a snowman. It was green and it was a snowman, and I was like, man, you know, this is ugly, but I really need this is my party, so I need to bring it up a notch. And I had a tie from St. Patty's Day that had green LEDs in the shamrock, so I took out the whole components and I pushed the LEDs through the snowman's eyes. So the whole night I was just, you know, his eyes are just flashing all night. People were like, oh.
You know, it's funny. You go to those parties and like everybody kind of knows each other, so you know it's a chill party. But like people are like buzzing off. I mean, buzzing. They're like, "What the heck is that there?"
Yeah. You know, I had to tell people. I had to put a warning sign on my door. You know, warning. You know, flashing lights. If you have epilepsy, you know, look away. You know, it was that bright.
Man, that must have been bright. Oh man.
We should do like some competition like that. What's the ugliest piece you can find at the thrift or something like that, and then you can have the chat vote on it or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
What
whoever
you doing,
wins
Come on.
We should have our own ugly Christmas sweater party.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Because I'm
Don't
telling
get
you,
me started. Austin, Texas. You know what they say about Austin, Texas, Simon, right? What's
really weird.
motto? Keep Austin weird, right?
Keep Austin weird.
Yeah. These weird ass motherfuckers.
You took a whole bunch of people from San Francisco and they all went down there. Hoping
That's why it's so weird.
It is.
hoping they keep going.
No,
Hey man,
you're right.
I don't mind if people move to Texas. Just move to Austin, not to Houston.
Yeah.
What's his name? Luis. What's his name? He moved from Cali. He's now up in Dallas.
Oh, give me a second. I'll tell you right now.
Ivan?
I'm talking about Ivan. Yeah, Ivan Treasures. Yeah.
Yeah, he just
moved to Texas. He's already set up. I think he posted a video of him thrifting in Texas already.
okay. Yeah, he loves it up there. I'm like, dude, you got to come visit Austin when he's out. I'll come and see you. You look him up, Simon. His name is I Am Simon. I mean, I am. Is it right?
Ivan.
Wait a minute.
No, Ivan. Not Simon.
Ivan. I'm sorry. I'm calling.
What's
I'm
in
thinking
your
of
water
Simon.
bottle, Louis? That ain't water.
Well, I did take one. You're right, Luis. I did take a little shot of my tequila tonight. It was a cinnamon tequila.
Are you sure that's what you're not drinking out of? It looks like you're drinking water. You probably put it in that bottle of water.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I think it was last weekend's live that y'all did. I think somebody, I may be wrong, but I think it was Lady Antiques Treasures was talking about a thrift store in Idlewild. I don't know. Correct if you're on the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, she's on the chat. I'm just answer right now.
I think it was her or someone else talking about a honey hole in Idlewild, and my in-laws they lived in Idlewild.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was really cool. And I mean, I don't know, Luis, you know where Idlewild is?
Remind me, help me out, because I keep thinking I know. Go ahead.
No, Luis. It's in Cali.
It's in Cali. I've heard of Idlewild. It's out here.
Yeah. But it's just it's such a small town, and I just thought it was really cool to see it in the chat, and I'm like, Idlewild. I was like, that's where Becky's from.
Yeah, Idlewild. Idlewild's probably like 40 minutes from me. It's not that far.
It wasn't Lady Antiques. It was somebody on here that.
Yeah, I know somebody brought it. I know somebody brought it up. I just don't remember who it was.
Sorry, Lady Antique. I didn't mean to call you out. I'm sorry it wasn't you.
Yeah, but someone did bring it up though.
Yeah.
Who it was.
Yeah, and they moved here to actually close to us, small town of like Navasota. Just basically, just to be close to us. So
that's awesome, man.
Bet you Lou is gonna go get his whiskey or his tequila.
Yeah,
right?
He's gonna go refill his bottle of water.
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
I hear you guys.
I know. Right now, me too. I just want to go get another one. I was like, man, I already killed the 6-pack already.
6. I'm on number 3. I have my cooler right here. Oh yeah, this is a good little thrifting for myself.
Oh,
right
nice.
Here. I think they sold these at Target, but I think I paid maybe $3 for this thing, and it's amazing. I've been using it, since I bought it, and if it's a whole 6-pack in there or a whole 12-pack,
That's awesome.
What is that? What is that, Simon?
Oh, it's my cooler bag.
Show.
Can you read that?
What do you
Hellcat. It's this one's made in Austin, Texas. It's a tequila. It's a family's from here in Austin. But I was like, what is that? And he's like, cinnamon. And you know what it's like? It's like Fireball, but it's tequila.
Tequila Fireball.
And it's so good. Look at that label. Isn't that crazy? But look how much I went through this thing. It's up there, right? Where is it? Right about. Yeah, I'm not too bad about there. That stuff's good.
Yeah, I'm not too big on tequila unless it's like in a margarita.
I don't like tequila either because I got sick on it so much. But if it's good quality, I'll drink I have to be really like top notch. You know what I mean? But like this one, I'll do a little sip.
Yeah, usually if people are like, "Come on, I'll take it," but I won't ever order tequila for myself.
You got sick on it probably once, didn't you?
Yeah,
that's why. When you get sick on tequila, forget it, man. Especially if it's cheap tequila, forget it.
It was Jose.
Cheers, guys.
Salute.
Cheers.
But I'm more of a whiskey guy myself.
Yeah, I do. I like a good. It's got to be a good bourbon. I like it all though. I like a good vodka too. Have you had Deep Eddy's vodka out here?
Yeah,
Simon.
Yeah, I've had it.
It's pretty. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm not too big on vodka. I think it usually. I mean, if it's in something, yeah, I'll drink it. You know.
I do like whiskey sours, vodka sours.
Yeah, but mainly just whiskey. TX whiskey is really good whiskey. I don't know if you've had it, Louis. They make it up in Fort Worth.
It's called TX.
Yeah, like Texas. So TX whiskey, really good, really smooth. It I think the top of their the lids, the corks, they actually recycle boots. So every cap has a different style of leather on it, and I have a couple that I've kept. I have one that's it was the exotic version, so it was like a rattlesnake skin top.
Wow.
And, you know, yeah,
so they die cast stamp it out, right?
Huh?
They cast they have like a die cast that stamps it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I got the bottle right here. Give me a second.
All right.
It's fashion. It's drink. It's reselling.
We better pass that thing and we work it all the way around.
All right.
There you guys go. It's good. It's got. I was were you? Did you hear me, Mateo? This is. I don't drink tequila a lot, but it's cinnamon. It's cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a cinnamon tequila too. I don't mind tequila every once in a while, but
I don't like it all the time, but it's good.
It's gotta be top notch. Yeah. Unless it's like way late in the night, then it doesn't matter.
Well, even then, you want to drink the good stuff so you wake up okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be hurting the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
It's empty already, but I kept the bottle because I liked it, and it's also you really can't read that. It was a Valentine's Day gift.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's the TX whiskey. Had like exotic, and look at that. Oh, kind of hard to. There you go.
Look at
snake skin on top.
Snake skin.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know what you got to do? Fill it up with some dimes. Find those old silver dimes and throw them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 3 silver dimes.
I'm already home, Iris. I don't gotta worry about nothing.
Yeah, me either. I'm home.
Same here.
I do all night.
I gotta walk up the stairs though, so.
Oh man, you gotta crawl up the stairs later.
Sometimes that couch just does it.
It's only 3 beers, and I have maybe 3 more in there, and I got a couple bottles of liquor in the garage. You know.
You'll be sleeping good at night.
Definitely.
Let me see what Marcus is drinking. I know Marcus is drinking something.
What's on the docket for tomorrow?
For me, thrift stores and hit up the swap meet.
Listing, cleaning, grocery shopping.
Yep.
Nothing crazy. I've been out for 2 whole weeks doing stuff, and I'm just ready to stay home.
Just hang out. Yep. Nothing wrong with
I'm a big homebody, man. I love being here, and it's my girlfriend loves doing things, and whenever we first started talking, and she's like, yeah, I'm a homebody too, not as much as me.
that.
Yeah, but
And
you know what? You got to go source. So that's your outside time. You got to get
oh
your
yeah,
kids out.
oh yeah, no, definitely. It's just like whenever we have to go do things,
Yeah.
like we have to go to a wedding, or we have to go visit somebody, or and she's like, why don't you like to go do things, and I told her, I paid a lot of money
I'm
for this job.
antisocial. You tell her, I'm antisocial. I don't like people.
I'm definitely not. I'm very, very, very outgoing. But yeah, no, it's just like I was like, I spent a lot of money on, I like to be comfortable in my house.
Yeah.
And whenever you're working, you don't really get to enjoy it. But whenever you're out, you know,
Yeah.
I'd rather be here. We pay money for
So
internet,
now
for
my
TV,
sister
for
works from home too. She's in Houston. She's in Spring, but Houston.
mhm.
And but like, if you're working from home all the time, like, well, I am, and Luis, you got to get out once in a while. Like, otherwise, like the other day, I was like, I've been in the house 3 days. I gotta get the heck out of here, man. I
Yep.
got up and out today. I was telling Luis, called me. He's like, what have you been? And I'm like, I got out of the house. I had to go shopping. I went to go look for some goodies, but it was dead today. Today was Friday, and like all down
Yep.
South Austin, there was nothing. I went to a thrift stop, and I was like, okay, start videotaping this stuff and make a boring video game. But I need some estate sales.
Yeah, I'm waiting to go to another estate sale from the people that had the vintage garage sale that I went to. They said the man that had passed away, it was all his stuff that I bought. He had another house full of stuff,
Oh, wow.
and they were going to do an estate sale there, and we were, we're still just waiting on the texts or the call, and it'll be fun to go again, like vintage garage sale part 2,
Yeah, but I got a list tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big listing day. I got 3 items. I gotta like just get on it. Just 3 items. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Who is it? Butterfly Hustles. She got sick on tequila.
Yep. Thanks for coming in, Russell.
That
Oh, good night, bro.
I think Russell said he was in Cali too. A couple
Yeah,
hours.
he said he was 150 miles from San Jose. So,
I invited one of my friends from back home from Stephenville. He's actually, whenever I went to go visit last time, and he said he's the one that told me, you just need to post a video. You just need to do it. And
Oh, that's the guy.
yeah, that's the guy. He's one of my best friends, and he's like, you just got to do it. And
But see videos? Is he a content maker?
no, he's just a guy. Just
We need to post videos.
no, yeah, that's what he's saying. You just need to post it. He doesn't. And I told him the whole, I got to do this and this and this while trying to run a business. Trying to sell stuff. Package, ship. You gotta manage your eBay But the thing is, when I posted this video, it's the first one I posted in 3 weeks, and he's been telling me, he's like, hey man, I'm waiting on the video. He'll text me, he Snapchat me. I'm waiting on the video. And he was,
I want it.
yeah,
Like,
and that's the thing. Like, not even 30 seconds after I posted the video and shared the link, I got my first comment on my video. Houston's back, But my girlfriend, she said, "Oh, that's Eric. He's one of the real ones. He wants you to post a video because he wants to watch the video.
That's cool. That's nice. My sister, she'll watch them, but she's sneaky. She'll kind of spy and watch them and stuff, and then she'll text me later that day. Oh, you were so cute when you said. I'm like, stop that. It's like whatever. Watch my lives and stuff. Ask me questions. Yeah. But like. But she's so cool because she'd be spying on me, and then she's like, "You need a van, huh?" I'm like, how do you know that? I didn't tell you that. She's like, "Well, I heard you in your live."
I said that in confidence on the World Wide Web.
Yeah. Am I? It's like AA of the web here. It's like we talking in confidence.
SA, Sellers Anonymous.
Don't laugh. There is Shopaholics Anonymous.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It's kind of like what I was saying earlier about, don't get lost in the thrift,
Mateo's like, hi, I'm Mateo.
Yeah.
I'm a shopaholic.
Mateo's like, I don't have a problem. I can stop whenever I want.
I have been garmentless for 4 hours now.
Yep.
No, it's a problem
Here.
too. But
Take this. Wear it with pride, my brother.
you're an enabler, Lou.
Look at this. You want to wear this little. I can see Mateo he'd be a sport. Actually, Mateo could sport this with that collar. It got no buttons. It just like.
I would wear that.
It's ugly.
Reseller.
I would wear
Yeah,
that.
but Mateo's not a shopaholic. He's a collector. Big difference.
Exactly.
Right, Mateo? Right? Big difference.
Exactly. Because
The
I
difference
pass
between
up on thousands of T-shirts every day. If I was a shopaholic, I would just buy them all.
Oh Lord, that's like my friends in San Jose when they used to, I collect cars. I'm like, no, you got a junkyard.
Hey, that's a lucrative business.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not making, but yeah, if you sell, then this guy would not sell anything. Like, oh my God, his best buddies. One of them was like he was really a chop shop guy. Like he would make the best lowriders and stuff.
Yeah.
And then his other buddy was like into Jeeps and trucks because he would go out to the dunes, out in California down there. And he was like, man, I just need some parts. You can't touch my stuff. I'm collecting these things. He's like, your mom said to get rid of this crap. He's like, never let it go. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Stuff be dropping. I needed that shot of tequila. This has been a hard week. It's been kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I feel a change of energy.
I had a crazy long day too today.
Tell me about it.
We're working at the daycare right now, so
You're still working on it.
I hear all the moms and stuff.
We should put Mateo up like real big and he'll have confession.
No, you should leave me.
I'm not gonna put him like that. No, he's good.
I'm just fucking with him.
He's just hanging out.
So it's like,
I do want to hear more about like what you do.
The moms are struggling at home, and balancing like doing 2 kids, 2 different classrooms. So today, I had 16 kids all on their online platform, trying to do their schoolwork, trying to make sure that everybody's got their Wi-Fi. And these kids are 4 to 11, you know what I mean? So trying to keep them focused and have them do their things, and 16 of them at the same time, just 2 teachers is crazy. So
do you know about that book called Redirection of Children's Behavior? I have to find it and send you a copy. It's helpful because how many kids do you have there?
Well, right now we're at like 26. But
wow.
Normally we're licensed for like 70 kids for COVID and everything. And I don't usually work in the classrooms with the kids. I'm more like paperwork and billing and tuitions and all those things.
But this is your business, right?
Yeah, it's our family business. Yeah, I kind of took it over a couple years ago. Yeah. So when we get a teacher who's sick or we have to fill a spot, I'm usually doing that.
Yeah.
But I try to stay away from in the classrooms because it's crazy.
From what time to what time, bro?
I was there today, 7:30 to 5.
Yeah, that's a long day.
Yep.
Definitely. I felt bad because, like, Luis, I was texting the other day when I found those Willie shirts, and I was like, damn. And like, I don't know why I called, but I was like, I'm like, he ain't gonna pick up. And I was like, let me just shoot him the pictures.
Yep.
I told you, text me, man, because I'm always got like something going on, and then
I hear you.
Like, let me set what I'm doing.
Well, it gives you time too. Yeah. Also, I forget about the times of the days is different from when it's there in Cali. Yeah.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
Kathy was live too. I don't know if she might have got off.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
That's awesome though, man.
But you know what is crazy is like I got my own stuff that I think is, super stressful and busy, but that's the same with all of us. You know what I mean? Like Luis has got his stuff, Louis, you got your stuff, bro, you got your stuff. Like it's no matter what you do, it's always something. So
Yep.
it is what it is. You just put your nose
yeah.
down and grind.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can like reach out. This is what I was, Simon, this is what I was talking to Luis about, and Mateo. Luis and I have been talking about, like, because we've been watching some other folks on YouTube, and it's been, it's getting heavy. We can see it in people. We can hear their talk. We can see their energy. Some of them are being honest and they're confessing, and it's like, it's for some it's like breakdown, and it's like for me, okay, if I don't go to sleep, if my body be hurting, so I can go take a hot shower, eat, and go jog if I can, or just get out. But different anxieties hit different people different ways, so it's like
Yeah.
it's very taxing, but it's like it's everybody burns out, you get a little burnout.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's
was
funny.
wondering. So
It's
when
well,
things get a little
sorry, but yeah, it's like with me, because I suffered and kind of still do from a certain type of anxiety. Like it's really weird because my girlfriend, she doesn't feel like I uh I worry about things, and I tell her, I do worry about things, but if I let, but I tell her I keep my emotions in check. I'm a very centered person. I don't let other outside situations really, control my emotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when things are going awire, in our household, or we're having issues, and she's like, "How does this not freak you out?" I'm like, "It does. It does, but I don't freak out, you know."
Yeah,
And
because everybody handles emotions differently. So, like when it
yeah,
comes to death, for example, everybody handles death in different ways.
mhm,
It's
True.
it's just like you said. If you're able to keep in check mindfully and just try your best, and like, and it helps if you got like a circle of friends or family,
mhm,
some support, or just somebody to just go to, like when you need to. You may not be best friends with them, but like somebody that's going to be there. It's like, okay, but like if you're able to digest it in a certain way, some people don't need to, but then again, you got to tell her, like, you see things different the way I see them. It's like, it's not that that's bad or good. It just, you know.
I think it's been hard this year too, with everything that's been thrown at us. Like that's just added on top of everybody's personal struggles, personal dilemmas, personal
Yeah.
pulls and tugs. So that's just like compounding things. And you're right, Louis. Like you can see it in people, just the way they carry themselves and everything like that. But I'm looking forward, and I'm hoping and I'm praying, like, you know what I mean. We kind of
Mm.
take that next step.
Yep.
Hopefully, beginning of the year next year, to where we start to get back into a groove, back into kind of
A
normal.
different type of normal, though. I don't
Yeah.
know, because I think that the mask thing, or just certain precautions, are always going to be kind of there. But
Hmm.
like you said, if we kind of get this, like, kind of what we think is, yeah, just kind of back to normal. But I don't know, like, they were brave. They were opening movie theaters and stuff like that. But I'm not talking about that. But like, back to the mind check thing, like, where we can get people to, like, where they feel a little more comfortable. It really has a lot to do with, like, how can you go out in society and just be respectful and mindful of somebody. Like, if you don't agree with them wearing a mask, don't be bugging them. Leave them alone. They're doing it for you, or vice versa. If they do have don't have a mask, just, if you don't feel comfortable, turn around, walk out, or whatever. But it's, yeah, and like you said, it is this kind of, where you see it with everybody, but it's like you got your own stuff going on, and like, how can you react with somebody else? Like, are you at a more centered stage of the moment where, like, you're still feeling it, you feel a little tense, you're a little tight, and you're a little, maybe you even have a little anxiety about it, like Simon was saying, like, I deal with it different. But can you at least be there to listen to somebody, or because like if we're just talking about resellers, we're stressing out because it's fourth quarter, and then it's 7-8 months now this thing's been going on, and then on top of that, like you said, you observed, Matea, it's like we all got our own stuff and we got our families and stuff.
I think you can really like put it back to like the most simplest thing, like we were taught in kindergarten. Like treat somebody how you would want to be treated. That doesn't have to do with any political, social, none of that. Like if everybody just did that and we didn't care about nothing else, then we
it's about respect.
Exactly.
You just gotta respect people. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sam the Dapper Tiger the other day, and he brought that example, and he was talking about a very stressful time, and that he says, but he had parents that were like demanding, I demand that you respect me, but he says, no, it's one thing to like say, yeah, we deserve respect. It's another thing to be demanding on it. But once you say I deserve it, okay, now we're there. Okay, let's keep this discussion, or just keep this experience, this interaction. It's like, I'm going to give you all the respect you need and want from me, but I need to gain your trust. I need to gain your, I need to gain your merit from you. I need you to be like, step it up, or just be there, and I don't even need to hear you say anything, and it's like, it's like, that's where I think, when you realize those people that are in your life, you go, thanks, man, I appreciate you. It's like, you ain't saying anything, but you're always there, and I appreciate that, kind of thing. Just even just being like right now, it's like, you guys are just hanging out. It's like, it's appreciative, man. It's like we could be at a bar and go catch some rum, whatever. But like, and they just started opening up in Texas. I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Matea? Matea's like,
I put my beer goggles on. You know what I'm looking for.
Have you met anybody like this week? Did you meet anybody? Any MILFs at the school?
We're gonna keep that personal life a little separate
from what we're doing. Yep.
This is very, very public.
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't have to answer.
I did it.
I should have rephrased that. Are there very nice single MILFs up there? Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's change subjects here.
Look, see, Cha-Cha's in here already. See, you're getting me in trouble, Louie.
Junkyard Data. Did you see what Junk Girl said? Junk Girl goes, I see you, Matt. Dog.
That's I'm gonna be on her. She's having an auction. If you're not subscribed to her, subscribe to her. Cha-Cha, drop your link if you can.
Yeah, drop your link.
She's having an auction on. I think she's on Saturday, but on Sunday too. I'm gonna be on her channel and be auctioning some stuff off. Check it out. I think it starts at 4 p.m. West Coast time.
She goes by Cha-Cha, Junking Data Girl?
Yeah.
Okay, but she has a Cha-Cha name too, right? Like in her monikers?
If she's on a live or something, she'll put that at her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I met her in a live once. Yeah, she's sharp, man. She's sharp about her stuff. She knows her stuff.
I rented you already, Cha-Cha, so make sure you drop your links.
And also as well, I know that I gained some followers from here. Some people have them private, so I won't know if you subscribe. If you want to send me, even in the chat, let me know, or send me a DM on Instagram that you subscribe. That way I can subscribe back to you, because I'm definitely for that. If you subscribe to me, I'm gonna subscribe to you.
Thank you, Lady Antiques, for posting Cha-Cha's link. Appreciate it.
You know what's funny is I see my numbers go up, and I can see the last like in the notifications, it still says the same people who subscribe to me. Is there a way you can go in and look and see who actually is the last subscriber?
Well, YouTube has this thing where you can actually set your subscriptions to private, to where nobody can see who you're subscribed to. Yeah. And if you have that on, whenever someone subscribes to you, your numbers will go up, but you won't know that they subscribe to
For
you.
the subscribe, yeah, that's true.
That's why I don't. Yeah, I must have something blocked because I don't see. Once in a while, it says maybe I changed something because I've
Well,
been seeing stuff.
that means they have their stuff on private, not you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Because like I want to reciprocate and give them, But anyway.
yeah. That's why I said that. Because I have mine on public. You can see who I'm subscribed to. I already. Whenever I started doing videos, I deleted all the embarrassing channels and stuff my son had subscribed to, without me knowing. But yeah, that's why I like to say that.
Yep.
Going orange as your number one. My little sister would be on my iPad too, and I had to go through and be like, "What the hell is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
You see Lady Antiques comment.
Mateo be finding his stuff on that iPad like Barney going buck wild. Barney at the beach.
This was a long time ago when I was living with him.
Oh Lord have mercy.
It's well, I guess it's not really funny, but a story that happened to one of my friends. He has a YouTube page called Garage Built, and basically he's a car guy, and he bought a 4-door like '94 GMC dually, and he's putting a diesel engine in it, and he's making a YouTube video for this, and he was using some Harbor Freight tools, and Harbor Freight shouted him out in email blast, and he got so many likes and views, and it was going crazy, and he was there at his watch time to get monetized, but he needed the subscribers still, and he was looking at his daughter was watching YouTube on the TV, and he was moving stuff around on his tablet, and he was signed in, and somehow he deleted the video that he had all those views on, and basically once you delete that video, it's gone, and your watch time is gone as well. So he lost I don't know how many hours of watch time, and he told me that. I'm like, man, that stings.
Yo.
But you can put a video in I think I forget what they call it, archive it. Will that get rid of your watch time hours, or if you archive it?
No, not if you archive it. I think just if you delete it.
We delete it, yeah.
Yeah, but he thought he was removing them off of the TV. I don't know how it actually happened, but he has a video on it. But yeah, he was removing them, and because I remember he had a video he just put up, and at the beginning of the day, and it was later in the day, and I was looking for it, and then later on he puts a video. I deleted my biggest video on here with the most views, and that sucks. But it's just you just got to start over at that point.
Are you going sourcing tomorrow, Simon?
Dude,
oh yeah.
I'm grounded. I'm
It's 2:00 in the morning anyway, so you be getting up. Shit. Yeah. Last time I said I did that, I got up in 4 hours, and then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. There's probably something good up there. Then I'll just go late and just hope I get some stuff.
Yep.
I got too much to do here. I got a list anyway.
So I know we talked about my problem that I have, but I don't think I've been sourcing for
5 hours now.
Nah.
He's always on his phone. He's like, "Oh, I got it."
I guess that counts though. So I can't say that. I didn't buy anything today online. I haven't been in person sourcing since Sunday.
Trade, bro. Trade.
I had to keep telling myself, especially when sourcing, and I have way too many items, and I have to tell myself on my downtime. I used to, when I started, I would just pop open Facebook Marketplace, and I'd look. I'm like, oh, I want that. Hit it up. Go pick it up, and I would just keep doing that, and it was very addicting. Just looking for deals just on your phone. That's the easiest. You don't have to leave your house, and and I used to be real bad on Facebook until I deleted it, and I got off of it for a couple of months, and I got back on it, turned off my notifications, and it was way different. But I know some people that are just on their phones, and that's okay if that's your thing. But I knew it was taking up a lot of my time, so I did that. But then I felt it again when I started, looking for deals on my phone, and I felt myself reverting back to how it used to be, and I didn't delete it this time because I need Facebook, for reselling and keeping up with my family, but I caught myself though this time. I didn't just slip into it,
It's easy. It's easy to happen. Not even on like sourcing, but you could like just get lost on YouTube too, watching videos.
Yeah.
Just for me, it's like if I'm at work, usually it's either with the kids or a construction project. Like I can't have my phone in my hand, so that saves me. You know what I mean?
Then you get these fools going, "Hey, Mateo, I got these like Willie Nelson shirts."
I'm pushing kids out the way. I gotta make a call.
Someone get me to a computer. A laptop.
This is about T-shirts. This is about shirts.
I know, man. Felt like it's about T-shirts and a Mickey Mouse hat.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever watch Seinfeld?
Yeah.
A while ago.
So,
yeah.
What's the little short fat guy? Costanza?
Yeah.
George was like one day, like somebody put the fire alarm on, and there's these kids in front of him, and he's like pushing every one of those kids out of the way. He's like, fire! Like all these kids are like, boom, pushed off to the side. There's Mateo. T-shirt.
Get out of the way.
I'm gonna throw this idea out that I've been thinking about. I'm not gonna do it, and I know if I did do it, it would be years down the road. Has anyone? I don't know if any of you guys already.
I'm not talking to Lady Antiques Treasures.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of you guys ever thought of like doing just like I don't know how much room you have in your homes or whatever, just setting up a corner as like a almost like a boutique, but for people that actually want to come in and they don't, want to just search on eBay or, and have someone just come in, even scheduled times, have people come in. Hey, you want to come look at some new stuff I bought? And they come in and, I see what you have.
I think Mateo might agree with me. Like, I don't like, as a reseller, my home is my sanctuary. I don't want too many people. Like, kind of like you said, I'm a homebody, Simon.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm being like, I don't want nobody here. I got my friends coming over, my family, but if I want to do, like you said, like a little boutique thing, it's called a pop-up. I'll go somewhere and pop that sucker up and go, or have a show. I don't know. I just, unless you got this like really good show, because once people start coming over, people act funny,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, it's like I got too much stuff that I consider like mine, and I don't want a lot of people knowing about it. So that would be my only concern for that. But I have a buddy who's got a sneaker shop. Like he lets me get a rack there. So when I get stuff,
There you go.
That's cool. Yeah.
There.
That's the way I would do it too. Yeah.
And
cause
just because I know the dude, but like I could probably walk into a couple other shops and be like, hey, I got all this vintage gear. It's all clean. I'll do all that. And
consignment, dude. It's all consignment.
Yeah.
That would be
because I did whenever I was doing my Houston reseller search for my name. This was afterwards. I found this guy that he's from Houston. He's a reseller, but he does like most of the, like Supreme and all the expensive, brands and stuff. And he used to do this from his apartment. And people would come over and people, have appointments and they'd come over and literally his whole apartment looked like a little store. You walk in and he'd have like the newest drops, and he built his business, I think 3 years from his apartment, and now he's in. I don't know if you guys know who Johnny Dang is. He's a very famous jeweler from Houston.
Yeah,
he does all the famous. So Johnny Dang, he set up a partnership with him, and now he's still a reseller. And he has his own little boutique inside of Johnny Dang's jewelry shop, but he started out, just buying stuff and getting there first and then
Think
selling
about
it.
it. If Johnny Dang somehow got word of him, or they met, like, because like businessmen talk to each other,
Yeah, I
and
don't know exactly how it happened, but
in the art community, like it always starts with the artist. Where the artists move, they'll move into like a low income, place, and all of a sudden, then it's like, oh, this is a posh place. Like there's hip people,
mm-hmm.
kids are coming there to drink, and then what do?
Yeah.
They'll go
Well,
to
well,
old neighborhoods.
No.
well, see, the thing is, he was already selling to, some higher end people,
That's
that
why.
that would shop at Johnny Dang's, and
Mm-hmm.
It's a
and
fashion
so.
thing, It's like that guy that was in New York. Like he had just a little rack of,
Mhm.
like high end vintage stuff. I can't remember that video I watched a long time ago, but like this guy comes up and goes, and he sat there for 1 week, and you probably saw this, Mateo, right? Like the dude was just sitting there, and the guy had like stuff on a fence, and he like had his rack, and people were like, how much you want for that? No, man, I ain't gonna give you $50 for that shirt. He's like, that's $100 shirt, and all of a sudden this guy goes, whoa, what? How much you want for that? And he's like, that's $500, and he's like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that. How much is that? And like one day he cleaned up like $5,000. That guy now, that's the guy that he sells to, you know, Yeezy stuff and whatever, all the big names, and like fashion
Mm-hmm.
people come to him,
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
needs your stuff. Come
Yeah,
here.
I forget that name. I did see that. It did like a bio on him. I forget.
And he's real, like he's kind of just, he just stood in his lane, but he knew what he had. He knew what he had, like kind of like that guy you were talking about, Simon. And they put him in the corner because once you start like kind of going high end, it's like high end in fashion and art, and like people who really get what you're selling. Like if I got a couple shirts that I'm not gonna let go. I got a hat that's like, maybe it's not worth that much, but like I know to me what it's valuable, so I know somebody's gonna want it. It's like
Mhm.
it's Boys in the Hood. It's 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dang, like
Yeah.
that thing should be in a museum, as far as I'm concerned, because like that's Americana.
Yeah.
That's strict high fashion for me.
Yeah. Have you guys had any? I mean, I'm asking you guys as advice, as a I'm just starting out. Have you guys had any luck selling to actual collectors? Like when you pick something up and that this thing is worth some money, but you can't sell it for that on eBay because not your everyday man is looking for it or is going to pay those prices.
Yep.
You go first, Mateo. I'll be right back. But I have an answer to that.
I have items that I still have, and I like have just kind of put like little snippets out there, like this is what I have, to those Facebook pages of those groups and stuff like that. And people will comment on my post about it, and then I'll friend request those people, and I'll keep them in my thing. But in terms of like reaching out to a certain collector and saying, look, I have this, I haven't done. I'm interested to see what. I just got a crazy shoe haul. Like when you talk about like shoe heads, like there's some shoe heads who pay crazy money. So I would love to get a list together and send those people like what I have, and just to see what their response is first. And when you're talking, every like avenue is different. Like it could be like I have a carousel cat that came off of a 1920 thing, but you know what I mean. If I don't get that in front of the right people, I feel like then there's no point in me posting it. So just to get that word out there a little bit first is, in my eyes, better. Cool. And then if you're on that Facebook page, or you subscribe to something about that certain genre of item, then you're more aware. You see something that's very similar to yours, and if it's sold, stuff like that, and then you can maneuver based off that. But that's just my tip. But in terms of like reaching out to like, hey Louis, I got this Raiders shirt. I know I mean I've done those things, but not like not a huge crazy high collectible.
You will, but the thing is, the more you network, but like always keep it professional. Like you're a good guy, so like you're gonna break through one day, and somebody's gonna smell what you have. And I use that metaphor. It's like they're gonna go, Oh shit, he got that. Can you put me in contact with him? Yeah, I know Mateo. Let me do an introduction. You know, I'm all about formality.
For me,
I'm all about.
I like
We're
to
gonna
stay.
do it properly.
I like to stay in the background first, gain as much knowledge as I can about a certain
Yeah.
genre. Certain
Yeah, but you know what, bro? Don't ever doubt your confidence, man. Like you got something.
I'm confident, but those are my tactics in approaching.
Let me give you an example. So like, you can be a bold motherfucker and not know shit, and it's like, let me tell you this. The graffiti artist Banksy. He's from Britain.
Yeah.
But like you've seen his shirt, you heard his art. Like this is a guy that he is anti-establishment. He is one of the most highly collected like artists of our time. But people like be taking doors down in New York. They'll take cement blocks and stuff like that. And there's this, I don't know if it's on Netflix or where it was, but like watch this documentary on him. There was these guys out in Queens, and Banksy took a residency from Britain, and he comes to New York and he stays there 30 days for a residency. And this one museum is basically sponsoring him. They don't tell you where he lives. They ain't gonna tell you where he's gonna be. But just through social media, he's like, I'm gonna be here. And he gives hints and he gives these little drops, but he won't tell you where he's. And people, it's like, what's that little thing where people go look for stuff and they're like hunting it and you got to find out where it is? You know, it's in a little box. Say again?
Like a scavenger hunt.
Geocaching.
Yeah, like geocaching.
Oh, okay.
He's doing his art like this, like because he's a graffiti artist. He's like the artwork, the collection of my work is for the masses. It's not about who gets to obtain it. So, and the reason I'm bringing this up, Simon, is for a point. Is I've studied art probably over half my life, like since I was a kid, and that's my love and passion, because I know with art, it goes with fashion, it goes with collecting, it goes with everything. That's why I think, I'm going to use that to my advantage as a reseller. One time, I didn't know at first. I had one collector want something that I had, and my friends were like, "Do you know who that is?" And I'm like, "I don't give a fuck." They're like, "You need to give a fuck because that guy's going to pop out some cash." And I'm like, "Oh, does he know so and so and so and so?" And I'm like, "No kidding, that's him." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." So I just played it cool. And he's like, "I know you have this artwork. I would like to look at it. May we set up an appointment?" I'm like, "Yes." So that's good. Do you want me to bring it to you? I was like, no. All he wanted to do was look at it. He didn't say anything like, "I'm going to buy this from you," and this and that. Turns out I didn't know I had the last print that he didn't have for this one artist. And I was like, my friends were like, "Oh, you want to make bank?" And I'm like, "I ain't give a shit up." So this fool thinks he's crazy. You're going to get it from me. Because I'm a collector, I'm a preserver, I'm a connoisseur, but I'm a conservationist. I like things to be, you know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna give it to him if I know that he's just gonna hide it and lock it up and nobody's ever gonna see it again. I'll write a contract and say every 5 years you got to put that up in the Museum of Modern Art, and you better let fucking people look at that shit. You know what I mean? And that's mine. If I want to borrow it, you got to let me borrow it, but it's in your collection. Here's the money. And we made a contract, and I said, "You got to let this go." And I said, "You better make sure it comes up for air. Every 5 years, you better let it go in a museum exhibition." He's like, "It's just better." I know. I said, I'm going to go. So I put my portfolio together, and I said, "I got to go. It was very nice meeting you." I said, "If you want, here's, contact." He called me, and he's like, "We'll do it under those conditions, but we're going to go to the museum, and we're going to have a curator monitor the contract. I'll have my lawyer there." And it was very nice. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was like, it was almost $10,000, and it was like, I was like, "Oh, so this is how this shit works. It's all about who you fucking know and how you know those people." And so I was just like, damn, these people are ruthless. These people are like, when they want something, they're going to come up. So there was one other time I did meet some collectors, and it was about clothes. And this one guy, his name's Diego, and he's a shirt rat down where I live, up in Round Rock.
You better stop calling us rats.
Dude, I'm a shirt rat. It's not polite.
Come on,
shirt rat.
Yeah.
So
Cat. I'll take Cat.
He and I were like, he would talk all the time. He would stand over my shoulder. But one day I was like, hey, man, you never told me your name. What's your name? So we started talking. I know everything about him. This guy, he gets to go 2 times to Japan, and he sells all his Big E's and stuff like that. But he sells all the prime stuff to Japanese collectors. And I didn't know one day. I'm following him on Instagram, and I'm like, I saw this fool. He's the guy that came to my flea market, and he bought me out. Like, and I'm like, that guy is coming and just, And he's like, I want it for this price. And he didn't know I knew a little bit of Japanese because, my baby mama is like, she's half Japanese. So I was like,
But see, like you said, Louis,
what do you want?
How you maneuver about that, like you're collector, you're a conservationist. Like that's how I look at shoes and shirts too.
I know you do. Yeah.
So for me, if I know I have something that's crazy, like I'm not just gonna post it straight on eBay for $1,000 and like whatever, take it.
Yep.
I'd rather hold
you
on
can
to
put
it.
fillers out there, but
right, for sure. And that's what I said, like how I maneuver on like my higher price things is I'll just let people know like I have it, or I'll watch that specific genre and I keep a good eye on it. What's going right now? What's going on right now? All these things.
But you also want serious people. Like, if you got time and you got a little box like this, it's a shoe box. There ain't no overhead. You put it under your bed. Find a closet, but put it safely. Make sure it's out of the sun and it's a good temperature. Take care of your business, because one day somebody's gonna come up and like, yeah, who is this? Like Kanye West want to look at those shoes, So what? That fool can't touch my shoes.
So that's why I haven't done anything with this shoe deal yet, because this.
Oh, exclusive. World premiere.
I love when Mateo getting giddy. Look at him, he getting giddy.
This box.
Look at that smile.
Here. This box just sold on eBay for $670. Box only. Just the box. There has been
without a top.
There has been no shoe like this that is brand new, never been on feet. The shoes in here have the shoe horns in them, paper tissue, never been on feet. So I haven't I've just been trying to do my research as much as I can. Been writing names down of like big shoe collectors, and I don't know. I would personally rather hold on to these because I feel like they would hold their money than to sell them to like some big tech guy who just wants to say he's
I will say this much: it's like anything, Mateo. I'm not putting you down. I'm not putting what you have down. But I've had artwork and I've seen it fluctuate. But then again, the art market's so volatile. It's like let me just put it this way: a market's a market. If that one collector that really wanted those, like that was the guy you didn't know it was him, but that was the guy, and he dies tomorrow, and then you find out and like, shit, fucking. I mean, like if you're looking at monetary value, you gotta. I mean, like your collection is your collection. It's an investment. You want it to be worth a lot. It's still. It's not that it's not inherently worth. It's still worth a lot because you'll never see it again. But if you don't have people appreciating it, it's like, why do you think museums are so important? Why do you think, communities are so important? Because everybody invests one thing. It's a value in it, and the value is integrity.
I feel that for sure, and it definitely goes up and down. Everything you can go all the way from art. You could take real estate. You know what I mean? Real estate is always fluctuating based off the market.
It can.
It's big time, always fluctuating.
Well, but you know why? Because it's all about the supply and demand. Like if you're through hard times right now and you got some big property, you need to sell it. All it takes is, and this is what I was telling y'all, like in another live, and I was telling this to the reseller brothers when I was interviewed on Tuesday. I said Texas has the shrewdest, most unique, volatile history of investors and businessmen. I mean, read books, go back. I mean, I'm talking back to the 1800s and worse. Like, that's why the Alamo was always fought over, because it was about property. It's like there was some fucking heavy, hardcore shit going down. You know, it was about value systems. It was about this. It was more than that. But it was also about the integrity of like, this is at its utmost peak, you know, like, so if you get a businessman and goes, hey, I want that Yosemite property, Mateo, and I, you know, and he knows in the back of your mind that like your family's not doing good and this and that, and you're like on hard times and needs that money, he's going to use that to his advantage. You know what I mean? So like you said, do your research on those shoes, do your hookups, and then just say, hey, I want a clear and concise, you know, respected value. Can you give me an appraisal on this? I would, you know, start with StockX and then reach out. People, you just put a little note out there. People are gonna like go, oh shit, this guy's got these things, you know, or something like that. Get it out there.
Like, I told you, I'm still shaking about it, man. Like, so I'm like, I don't even know what to think still.
Well, that was a very good answer. way more than, I mean, I don't have a $600 item, you know, that just the box that it's in costs $600. It's not that, you know. Yep. But I do have this camera that I picked up at that vintage garage sale, and the sold comps are, you know, I wouldn't say all over the place, but anywhere from, I think I've seen them sell for 40, but I've seen them sell overseas for like 115, and I'll show you guys. And it's not, I don't know much about cameras, but I know that this one's never been used. It's from like 1979.
Oh, okay.
It's a Vivitar camera, but I mean, it was from that guy that I bought all this stuff from. And like I said, I looked these up. They sold in the UK for $115 on eBay.
Nice.
But I don't want to sell it for $75, which I saw one go for $75 here in the US without the case. So I have the actual case it came with, and it's in really good condition. And
there you go.
I don't want to sell it for $80, and you know, I can make more. That'd be nice. So what I did is I started doing my research. And I went to I had some other cameras as well, some Polaroids, and I went to the Polaroid website and I was looking on there, and they don't buy old cameras. So people try to sell Polaroids back to the company, you know, vintage stuff, brand new. And they actually had on their I think it was on their FAQs that they recommend selling it to Retrospect, which I don't know if you ever heard this, but it's a website and they sell a whole bunch of retro stuff. I think they like one-off retro stuff, and I sent them an email. I was like, hey, I got these Polaroid cameras, instant cameras. I have an old RCA that's never been opened, just a CD player, and I have this Vivitar camera. And they messaged me back. They said, we're interested in the Vivitar camera. So, you know, I took some really good photos of it and sent it to them. But that's the first time I've ever had something where, you know, I was like, yeah, a lot of stuff I'll sell for way cheaper, because that's one of my things. I love getting deals, and as a seller, I love people getting deals on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to pick something up and no shame on anyone else's game, but I'm not here to pick something up and then I want to sell it at retail. Like, I'm not one of those guys. If I can give you a deal, that's awesome, because I know that makes me happy. Yeah. So. But this is a, you know, a one-off thing that I found, and I don't want to sell it for $50 best offer, you know. And,
no, you know, like there are certain items, because I've been totally guilty of that, Simon. Like at first, I would just kind of like let things go, and I'm like, you know, my friends are like, damn, you know, you could have got an extra $20 out of it, and it's not. You really could have if you just sat. You know, I'm like,
yeah.
And you know, but there, like you said, there are some things where like. I guess it's just how invested are you in it? You know, like if you see inherent value in it, you're looking at it and you're like, you know, then just hold it. You know, just hold on to it for a little longer. You know,
I bought. I mean, everything I don't know if y'all seen my video, but if you have seen the video, everything I picked up at this vintage garage sale was $3.50. So either way, I'm making a good profit on it. Yep. But if this is one of those items, I can make a really good profit on it, you know. And so, That's
You
what
know
my
what
question stemmed
I
from.
think about eBay is you put it on there as a BIN. And here's the thing, like there's like we were talking about collectors, and it's not just collectors. But one of the big stories I hear, Luis, tell me if you heard this before. The wife or whoever it is, the husband, gets onto the other person who's reselling. You need to sell that. Oh, no, I don't want to. Okay, if I'm gonna, they do is they're like, they know it sells for 200. They're like, I'm putting it for 300. Then it sells. It's like boom. That's your set. Everybody's got a number. So like you said, I don't want to let it go. We'll put it up there high because somebody's gonna either come in and value what you're doing. If you do your homework, you better write a nice description. You better make it accurate. You better have the right keywords, because otherwise it's just going to sit there and you're going to go, what the heck? I know this is worth it. It's just sitting there. Well, you got to do your other homework too. You got to it's like you're ready to go out 6th Street that night. Well, you better put on your alligator shoes that night and get your nice suit on and, get your swag hat and ready to go. But you better look good and have that. But you better have a wad of cash in your pocket. You're ready to, let's go. But it's like, be ready on whatever platform, whether it's Mercari or whatever. And my goal is, I'm kind of the in-between guy. Like, I don't want to let good stuff go too cheap, but at the same time, I got to move it,
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Man, I just saw
Luis,
the time. It's already after midnight over here. What is it, 2 o'clock your time already?
2:07.
Bro,
yeah.
That's late.
I thought we were going to the club.
That's like,
they don't let old people like me. I gotta pay the bouncer.
You put them gators on. You put them gators on, bro. Get your zoot suit up. Hook you up with a hat. Get you a monocle.
I miss going clubbing in New York, man. There'd be some crazy shit going down in there. They're the weirdest clubs, man. Crazy. I used to go to Deep Ellum up there, Simon, when I was graduate school back in the 90s. Deep Ellum, it's different than it is now. Deep Ellum is crazy. I heard it's all cleaned up now. It's all gentrified.
Yeah.
Back when I was there, it was like it was nothing but warehouses and druggies and hookers hanging around there. We would like hop in real quick, get in a cab, go to the next warehouse, and go mosh pitting, whatever. Oh, hate it.
That's what I want to leave it on. Is just like, do your research. That's for me. And like, people were complimenting me on like my knowledge of shirts, dude. And like, I told this to Luis and them the other day. Like, I'm in the thrift still looking at life.
Yeah.
There's no way that anybody has any knowledge. So like I said, you buy, especially where we source and stuff like that. You buy it. It's a win-win either way. You're just not losing. Guarantee you didn't pay that much. You know what I mean, for those cameras. Yeah. So this is like you're taking a college course right now.
It is. Yeah. But like Mateo said, do your research, but it ain't going to do you no good, that research, if you're sitting on it, if you don't know how to articulate to the guy that wants to communicate with you. Like, people reach out to me all the time on eBay. Like, I buy like rare one-offs, but like, I'll do my research. And like the other day I sold this, like, really, I let it go kind of cheap, but that wasn't the point, because I wanted to move it. I still got a good chunk of money. I paid like $1 and I got little over $20 for it with shipping. It was a rare reel, rod. It was like for fly fishing. And this guy, like, from Dallas, reaches out to me and he's like, can you give it to me for this price? And I'm like, yeah. And I didn't know he would. Dude, I sent him a letter and this and that, and he's like, I said, well, under these conditions, what do you know about it? And I told him, and he was like, you do know about it. And I'm like, yeah. And so I sent it to him. He writes me back and he goes, you were very professional. You told me everything you wanted. He goes, you answered my questions. You were one of the few resellers that knew about that, but you gave it to me at the right price. So of course, that's one reason I bought it from you, but I also bought it from you because you knew what you're going on about. And he writes me back this nicest like letter, and I thought, oh God, this guy's gonna want his money back. He's gonna complain. That's all he said was like, hey, I just want to let you know I got this. It's like meeting an old friend again. Thank you. I haven't seen this reel in 30 years. And he's like, I'm going to go fishing and catch me some bass and crappie. And I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, I text him, send me a picture of the fish when you get them, And it's like, but if you can connect that thing and like, once you get your knowledge, like Mateo said, get that knowledge, put it up on there. If you're doing reselling or whatever, you're negotiating. If you're doing a deal, same thing. Like, come in confident, don't come in cocky. Just be like, this is what I need. Like what I was telling that guy, I was like, listen, I would love to let you have this in your possession, but this is what I would expect. This is my intentions, and I want to know your intentions. This is what I expect. Then you're going to tell me what you expect, and then we'll go from there. And let's dance. Because like if you're paying big money and you want to get a big chunk of change, then you got to play the game.
Good night, Lady Antiques. I'm gonna come check you out on Luis's on Tuesday for sure.
Yeah, good night, Lady Antiques.
Don't let Louis buy
clock over there.
Your Disney gear. Don't let him bid. He's not allowed to bid on any more of your Disney stuff.
Yeah, I'm really bad about not putting notifications.
I'm going to check tomorrow. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Simon.
I'm really bad about not clicking notifications on the actual, channels that I want to see their videos. I'm really bad at that, and then I'll miss out on some lives, or I'll miss out on a new video premiere. And I love to be on the live chats on the video premieres.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just fun.
You can't be everywhere. You can't be everywhere. Just know the people. Like, write a little sticky note. Well, that person's every Tuesday or whatever. If that's where you want to be, but you can't be everywhere, man. You just.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Most of the time, with my work and where I live, most of the time I can pop up my phone. And and it's just I'd rather watch it with like with other people, with it live. It's very fun to talk about the video and stuff.
I would recommend you keep doing that, Simon, because you're kind of new in the community in the sense that like you want to get out there, and you also you're representing yourself. You're gonna like say, hey people, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, people are like, who the hell's Lone Star? Tell me, he needs to go home.
Yeah.
Luis is like, back off, bro. Back off.
Hey man, I'll pop into any live. Like even some people that I've seen here, just in the chat, I'll pop into their lives. Hey, what's going on? Just I want people to be able to see my little icon, and they're like, oh, there's
yeah, but just be you, Simon. Just be like we are now. Just be be cool with people, and just hang out, and then really. I'm telling you, man, this place is like a treasure trove. People are so helpful with each other. It's so awesome.
They are. I love this.
Like, you're gonna find a camera guy, and you're like, oh man, I'm in Cats Live today or whatever. And this guy, like, cameraman 107, from Kentucky or whatever. You're like, hey, dude, can I reach out to you? Yeah, I got an Instagram. Okay. Yeah. And he's gonna tell you, throw that camera out, man. That ain't worth crap. That's what he's gonna tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny. I was, I think Emily Conway on her Instagram, she had a little thing on her Instagram and said, "What video as a reseller has been most important to you?" And I told her, when I started, I messaged her and said, when I started, I think the video that was most important to me was a hairy tornado video. And it's because I was searching for how to remove permanent marker from a cardboard box, like with an image, And I looked up his video and I saw it. I liked his video. I'm like, dude, this was great information. And because you gave all this information, I'm going to subscribe to you. And I did. So I subscribed to him. I followed him on Instagram, and then on YouTube, and I see people he was associated with, and then that led me to more people on Instagram. It led me to Louie, led me to Callie, now it led me to Matt, and led me to Emily, and it's just, I like all the information that's being shared, and the reseller community, that's what I like about it. Everybody's, and I want to do my part too, I want to give people information, that I have. And, and that's one of the things. But yeah, I would say that is the most important video because that's what got me into this community. Discovering it. I don't know. Just
remember that what Emily asked you. Keep that little nugget up here. Keep that always good in there, Simon. And then one day you're gonna find, hey man, I'm good at this. I like what I'm doing about this.
Yeah.
You know, whatever your niche is. And then then go back to that nugget and go, oh yeah, let me give that back to somebody. This is what I'm gonna afford to, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just keep putting good videos. Just, you know, come out and meet people and respect them, even if you disagree with them. Like I already got into it with one person, and I'm just like, you know what? Do me a favor, block me. You know, because like I'm, you know, I don't do a negative. You know what I mean? Like when I see somebody bullying somebody else, I'll get up in their face. I'm like, y'all need to like back off. Like don't be picking on people and stuff like that. You know, I got a bad habit of that. You know, it's like that's when I'm a little direct, and I'm like, y'all need to, you know. They're like, oh, you know. But yeah, just have fun.
I think it's the relationships too. Like for me, before I really got into YouTube this year and started following a lot of the reseller community, I was finding those relationships, people who like the same things, outsourcing. Even people who were having garage sales. You know what I mean? I have numbers in my phone, like just based off like I have like South City garage sales, like, and those are like contacts that I have. I probably don't even remember people's names, but like we clicked when we were there, either sourcing together or it was their sales.
And you got to save that number because you may meet them again. You know.
So those relationships now have kind of moved to right now, and it's so cool. You could find, we're talking about different niches, like you could find somebody who really follows and resells the video games. You can find somebody who really resells the shoes, and like you're just able to bounce that knowledge off one another. And
exactly. Can I give an example, Mateo? I don't mean to like blow. I do. I'll blow smoke at your ass, but it's like, but dude, you know, I know it's like, Simon, have you seen the video that Mateo was in with who was it? Storage Auction Pirate?
Storage Auction Pirate. Yeah.
No, I've heard of him, but I haven't. No, I've not seen it.
So long story short, like Storage Auction Pirate's like worked hard, he's gained his respect, and he's already got his stars. You know what I mean? Like he's here to stay. He's in the game. But this guy is like really, he's got a good success story. So whether you like his style or not, or you know, like, or if you're like into Cincinnati Picker or whoever it is, you know, and like that doesn't matter. But the thing is like, I didn't know until Luis told me. I was like, what? I'm like, he was on the, but you knew the guy, like, because he's in your area. You knew him through guys that know guys, right? Like maybe you even bumped into him, didn't you?
Yeah, so we would do like the flea market all the time, and I've seen him. I've been watching his videos, like a kind of backdoor subscriber. And then kind of this year, everything took off with like the YouTube auctions, where it wasn't just, I wasn't just communicating through a comment on the video, or like, hey,
hey, how you doing?
So like, yeah, we got to know each other a little better that way, and then
at least just be aware, be on the radar. So Simon, watch this video, go look it up. If not, come back to me and I'll look it up for you and send it to you. But like, it was like, to me, it was exciting on 3 levels. It's like, oh, there's Mateo. You know, like, oh, cool. Oh, that's Storage Auction Pirate. Yeah, I've watched him like 6 months ago. And I stopped watching him, but I have high respect for him. But on top of that, you throw fire. He fucking found like almost $100,000 worth of shirts of just dead stock. Grateful Dead, dude. And I'm from Cali, just like Mateo and Luis, and it's like, oh shit, you know, like I started shaking, and then like Luis was talking about, did you see Mateo? He was shaking, and I'm like, yeah, well, me too. It's crazy because like you see this stuff and you're like, oh man, because you're thinking this is highly collectible, this is valuable, this is an important part of history. This is a lot of money. You know, it's like crazy.
That's why when I saw the video and I told you about it, I mean, I know Matt being there in person, looking at all this stock, he was probably like, wow, you know, my head was spinning just from watching the video because there was so much stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Luis was the first one to know. He's like, man, we know Matt only, you know, because I haven't known Mateo in a like very long, but like I've gotten to know him through the chats and stuff like that and talking like this right now. But I was like, yeah, he's holding it back a little bit, but like your response. I don't want to say what you said because I want to let Simon watch it. But your response when Storage Jog, what's I forget his name. What's his real name?
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. When Mike goes, are these things worth very much? And your response was like on cue, and I was like, man, this is exactly this is going beyond all what I said. We know Mateo. Then there's this dude. Then there's this mega fine. Like anybody would be happy to find half of that. But you put that, and I'm saying this because you're a content creator, right, Simon? That's what you like to do. You want to do it. Mm-hmm. You find something. I don't care if it's staged or whatever, or if it's a reality. And if you come up with content like that, what more can you ask for? It's like it's crazy. It's like that's what we do. That's why we do it. But it's like mega.
So Louis, you were talking about it like he's been making YouTube videos forever. I mean, his subs are through the roof. His all that. But for me, like I told him this to his face too. Like he put the work in. Like and he's got some failures on his channel too. Like if you go back and you watch, like he's kept it real. And for me and
got a history.
And he's brash and he's all this, but like he put the work in too. So like you see it come through to like finding a deal like that, and it's just like.
But I think he's authentic to himself. Like there is a little bit of that. Like he's got his personality is what he sells on YouTube. But like when he gets home, he's probably still a little silly like that with his kids and this. But like that's who he is. You know what I mean? Like, he reminds me a lot of my skateboarder friends.
Yeah, it's I used to when I started. Well, because I've been watching some not. Okay, like the big resellers, which I don't consider them kind of like. I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of them are still, not really resale, but like the storage auctioneers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I used to watch those, and after a while, from watching maybe just even, a couple of days or weeks of these videos.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it and it's like it suddenly feels, because I'm very good at pattern recognition and statistics and percentages, and because all that's patterns too. And I look at some of the videos, I'm like, this is the same thing that happened in the last video or in 2 videos ago. Like,
yeah.
And I understand they're content creators. If that, and that's their job, that's what they do. That's how they bring in the people, but it's not for me, because and like I said, not knocking them at all. That's their job. That's what they do. But I like the more real stuff. I like the nitty gritty. I like talking to you guys. I like Mateo's awesome shoes that he got, and that like that stuff. That's what gets me. And that's the thing. Like you won't see that. You won't see someone say that I found this awesome rare item. He has shoes that have sold for a whole bunch of money, but all of those have been worn. He has these that have never touched a foot. Like that. That's the kind of stuff you don't really, the sincerity of it and the emotion that I see in Mateo just from bringing him out. Yeah. Even just whenever he went to go get him, he was even shaking a little bit. Like he didn't want to drop him.
There's a passion that's in, like it's so deeply enveloped in that. It's like. Mm-hmm. Let me just say this, Simon, is like what you said is a thought process that I think I've heard echo not just with you, but like with a lot of people in the community that are, like when you use the word the big guys, to me, the big guys, are like Mateo. It's like, or, to me, it's Luis, because I see what gems and what light they have inside them. Mm-hmm. Like I've watched you. And like, one reason I reach out to you, I'm like, good. He's here to do his thing. He's serious. He loves what he's doing. It's that passion. I've also seen the big guys, and it's like no reflection on them, but I've seen their passion kind of dwindle a little bit. Like it's almost like a job for them. Okay, today this is what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. And that's why like I'll watch somebody and I go, okay, that's cool. That's where they're at. And I don't dog them, but I like, what can I learn from them? What I like to learn from somebody is I like to learn when they're happy is at their like peak and like, dang, it's been a month. I haven't found this much stuff. Then you're like, yeah, because what it is you're sharing the energy. If you're sincere in your heart and you give a shit and you want to listen, you go, that's nice. I'm happy for you. Like, bro, I hope you find more fire like that. That's good because that makes me motivated to want to get back out there and go get that grind. Okay, I listed my 500, boom. But the other guys, it's like YouTube is now a job, and that's good. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if I got to that far, I would treat it like a job and do it. But like, of course, if I got that far up, I wouldn't need to go out and source that much. I wouldn't need to do it. But then again, it's like I think it's just like we're all here for the same reason. We need it's a more of on a supportive basis of like consciousness. We're here in a way where like we don't even need to discuss the big guys anymore. We could talk about like, oh shit, did you see, Matt Part-Time Picker did find some, really fire shirts, and that's about it, whatever. But pretty much until you see them grow or do something different, which I think that's probably, if you want to talk about like quote unquote from the big fish perspective, like Matt Part-Time Picker, I've seen him transform in a way where like he's doing it like the big guys, but he's still playing it real safe, like where he's maybe the only thing he's done like the very end of his videos, like he puts this certain sound of his music, and I'm like, okay, that's a little different the way he's doing it. That's kind of cool, but it's being polished, Well,
I think YouTube is a whole other job for these people. Especially when you get up there to the certain, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, it's another job, and it's like, I think
because YouTube's a business. It's a business.
They probably take on a thing to where it's like, I gotta get a video out. I gotta do. I gotta have a live. I gotta do this. For me, I'm like struggling to even put a video out because what I enjoy is actually sourcing, being in the moment, doing it. And I'm always like, oh shit, oh shoot, I forgot to record. Like, oh shoot, but I'm like too into the moment of what I'm doing. So like we said, that's like my passion.
That's
and stuff.
The one lament.
I want to share it. I want to help. I want to share it. I want to inspire and you know what I mean. If I can inspire somebody, if I can help somebody, that'd be awesome. But at the same time, it's like when I'm in my mode, it's hard for me to be like, oh, I should have recorded that, or I should have done that.
Well, that's where like do you want to be like an automaton where like you're always clipping that GoPro? Okay, it's time to go. Quick, boom, boom, and then you're doing it. Like I'm with you, Mateo, but like there is a time where like I kind of force it. Like today, we're like, okay, I'm gonna walk around my camera because I'm too lazy to get my GoPro, but film a little content. But yeah, it's like I don't know, like. I'm trying to remember what it was that Luis, you and I were talking about, like that, like where it just becomes. It's either do you want to make a living and sell your stuff, and if you do, you're gonna have to put this stuff on the back burner because one takes over the other. It's like, and I've been hearing that echo a lot in the community, haven't you? Where like you can either make content and lose the hours of listing your stuff and making the money, or whatever part of your business,
Guys, I just want to interrupt real quick. So I'm looking at my cameras outside of my house, and because I don't know if you can hear that, but there's like really loud noises coming from outside, and I just seen this guy on my camera, my neighbor in front. He picked up that big dude. The big dude picked up this girl. I guess they've been drinking. The big dude picked a girl over his shoulder and just dropped her down the back.
Oh man!
Ella, come on.
Wow. Mario?
My dog hears him. She's barking.
That's crazy.
Oh, I see him. He's like boom, 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 boom. Bro, did you go to bed, Luis?
Yeah, that's late, man. It's already 12:30.
I gotta go. I don't know what. I don't even know if these are my neighbors, so I should probably go.
Yeah, you should go check out, bro.
Go secure the house.
Yeah.
Get that shotgun out.
It's a Glock, but yeah.
All right,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Have a good one, Mateo.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.
Have a good
See you,
one.
Simon. Bye, guys.
See you guys. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on another Friday Night Hangout. I know I went a little later than usual, but there was a lot of information being shared from everybody, especially Matt. I want to thank everybody that came on, Mateo and the Lone Star Picker and the Houston Reseller. And I appreciate you guys joining me every every Friday night. Sorry, my my voice is a little from drinking the beers. But it's fun. See you next time. Thanks, Iris, for coming in. I appreciate it. Yes, Annie, go Dodgers. They pulled it off today. Hope they get another win tomorrow. Hopefully. A lot of people thought they were done, but they proved them wrong tonight. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys stopping by today. Yeah. No worry, Louis. It's all good. All right, Solo Seller, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. I know you guys are just hanging out listening to us, but I mean, we do try to share as much information about different stuff on here. And like I said, my channel and my live is always open to anybody and everybody. And here, everybody's treated the same, whether you're the small channel or the more established channel, or you're the veteran, like they say. But you know, we treat everybody the same here, or I do at least in on my life, and has all my everybody on my panel as well. And you guys heard Mateo, Matt talk about the shirts and all that good stuff. So if you guys ever have any questions for them, make sure you guys message him. He'd be more than happy to help you. So appreciate everybody that was here in the chat, that was hanging out with us so late. I just noticed it's already 12:30 in Cali, and it's probably 3:30 in the East Coast. So appreciate all of you guys being on here tonight. And make sure you guys catch me on Monday for our Monday's Mindful Merchant. The thumbnail should be out tomorrow to show you guys who our guest will be this Monday. And don't forget, on Tuesday I will be having an auction, and my special guest will be Lady Antiques Treasures again. So make sure you guys join us on Tuesday at give me a second, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like I said, just in case I do go on a little earlier, I will change the time on that for you guys. But as for now, it's the time sticks. So hope you guys have a great night. Hopefully you guys have a productive day tomorrow. Whatever you guys do, if you guys are listing or sourcing or doing any other productive stuff, hopefully everything goes good. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to. You could also follow me at Cali Reseller Luis on Instagram. And that's about it. If you guys ever have any questions or anything, you guys can reach me on my Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below on this video, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right, but until then, I will see you guys on Monday. And that's about it. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Be safe and keep listing. Good night, guys.